We present The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted in 6 parts for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. The Doomed Oasis, Part 1.
Grant and Pettigrew? Yes, indeed. I'll just check for you. May I have your name, please? Thank you. Just one moment. Mr. Pettigrew, there's a Mr. Johnston of Hargreaves & Co. on the line for you. Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Johnston. I'm putting you through now.
Hello, Betty.
Oh, hello, Mr. Grant.
Anything for me?
No, I don't think so.
Good.
Oh, your uncle said he'd like a word with you when you had a minute.
Oh, I don't suppose he said why.
Not to me.
I'd better go straight in and get it over with.
Come in. Ah, George, come in, come in.
You, wanted to see me?
If you can spare a moment.
Of course.
Oh, how did you get on in court this morning with old Hartley?
£200 fine and his licence endorsed.
Oh, dear. Oh, I don't expect he was too pleased with that.
No, but I did eventually persuade him against taking it any further.
Thank goodness for that. He's the sort that would take a motoring offence to the House of Lords. Anyway, well done, young George.
Thank you.
Nasty one to drop in your lap. Sorry.
That's all right.
One of the perks of being senior partner is to be able to hand over one's more tedious cases to one's deserving junior.
Is, that all you wanted to see me about?
No. No, indeed not. Name David Whittaker, ring a bell?
David Whittaker? Yes, well, sort of.
Yeah, I should jolly well hope so. That was not the most auspicious start to your legal career, was it?
He was innocent, Uncle.
Possibly.
What about David Whittaker?
Well, after that spot of bother, he went out to the Middle East, didn't he?
The Persian Gulf, yes.
He's gone missing, according to the Times.
Really?
In the desert. A place called Refaie, yes. He was out in an oil survey truck, apparently. They'd been searching for him for days, and they found the truck all right, but no sign of the boy.
May I see?
By all means. I marked a place for you, at the bottom there.
Ah, yes. Where exactly is this Refaie place?
Persian Gulf, somewhere. It's an independent sheikhdom of some sort. One of the Tusil states, at least geographically.
Doesn't give much detail, does it?
Oh, it's probably just an agency report.
Yes, you're right.
Young Whittaker never got in touch with you, I suppose?
No, never.
So you wouldn't know if he'd met his father out there?
I think he intended to look for Colonel Whittaker, but whether he succeeded, God only knows.
It would have been an interesting reunion. Can't have been much love lost between them.
No. David never forgave him for abandoning his mother and leaving her with 2 small children to bring up.
2?
David had a sister. A twin sister, actually.
Oh, I was going to say, I can't see a man like Colonel Whittaker making the same mistake twice.
Sounds like a nice sort of chap, doesn't he?
But he's a strange fellow. Born 100 years after his time, I suspect. I suppose that's why he chooses to live in the wilds of Arabia, where he can be something of a law unto himself.
Well, he's your client. You know him better than I do.
I'm beginning to wonder. Quite suddenly, after all these years, he's taken to investing rather heavily in oil survey trucks, test drilling rigs and the like, with absolutely no reference to me. It's quite disconcerting, really.
Can I hang on to this paper?
Yes, of course.
I'll see you on Wednesday, then.
Wednesday? Yes. The Edgbaston test.
I think I deserve it, Uncle Henry. Some compensation for handling your cast-off cases.
Fair enough. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks.
Oh, and, ask Elvira to come in, would you? I've some notes for her to type up.
Will do. Morning, Betty.
Morning, Mr. Grant. Enjoy the cricket, did we?
What there was of it, between the rain. It's almost a relief to be back.
I'll bet. Oh, were you expecting a visitor, by the way?
No.
Only there's someone in the interview room for you. Captain somebody or other. I made a note of his name somewhere. Well, the chap we did the conveyancing for when he bought a cottage in the Mendips.
Not Captain Griffiths.
That's it, Griffiths. Came in about half an hour ago. I tried to get him to make an appointment, but he insisted on waiting for you.
Oh, in the interview room, you say?
Yes, if he hasn't got tired of waiting, poor man.
Captain Griffiths!
Mr. Grant, good to see you again.
I'm sorry you've been kept waiting so long. I just wasn't expecting visitors this morning.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about it. I only called in on the off chance anyway. We docked early this morning and there wasn't time to fix a proper appointment.
Did you have a good trip?
Pretty uneventful, really, all things considered. It was my last trip, you know.
Oh, really?
I've been talking about retiring long enough, and I finally made my mind up.
In which case, I'm surprised you're not hot foot for the Mendips by now.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Grant, I can't wait. But there is just one or two things I have to clear up first.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, not really. It's just that before we sailed from the Gulf, I had a visit from an old friend of yours.
Oh, who's that?
Duffet Whittaker.
Good Lord.
Do you remember him?
Oh, yes. You say you saw him just before you sailed, Captain?
Yes.
When was that?
About 4 weeks ago. He came alongside in a dhow.
What?
You know, one of them old Arab fishing boats.
Oh.
You wouldn't recognise him now, decked out like an Arab princeling. Anyway, he asked me to deliver this envelope to you. In person. Is there something wrong?
No, just fate playing funny tricks.
How do you mean?
Well, until last week, I hadn't heard a thing about David Whittaker since he sailed away on your ship. Then suddenly there's a newspaper report that he's missing, and now you turn up with this.
Well, I didn't see anything about him disappearing.
Well, you were probably still at sea. There wasn't much to report anyway, only that his survey truck had been found abandoned in the desert. The Rubal something.
Well, the Rubal Kili.
That's it. They searched for about 10 days, and then they called it off.
Oh, yeah, they would. Europeans out there call it the empty quarter. With good reason, by all accounts. What the hell was he doing out there, anyway?
God knows. I don't suppose you'd know if David was working for his father.
Oh, it's possible.
Have you ever met Colonel Whittaker?
Not in person, no. I knew of him, of course. Everyone does. He's something of a legend out there. But like most legends, in real life, he's a bit of a lunatic. Still, I'm sorry about the boy.
Yes. It's a strange sort of coincidence, though, isn't it?
George! George!
Uncle Henry!
Where on earth have you been hiding yourself? I've seen neither hide nor hair of you since that wretched Edgbaston test.
Yes, sorry, Uncle. I have been rather busy.
So I hear. I think you and I should have a little chat together.
But, Uncle...
My office, 10:30 sharp.
Oh, very well.
Good. Clear the air a bit, right? It really isn't good enough, George. You had no right to appropriate Colonel Whittaker's file without my permission. No right at all. It's damned unprofessional.
I don't suppose it would help if I apologise.
It'll be a start.
Then I apologise, unreservedly. I should have consulted you first.
You're damned right you should. There is a code in this profession, and it's not to be ignored by the likes of you.
No, Uncle. I'm sorry. I really am.
And why the sudden interest in one of my clients, eh? Come on, out with it.
Very well. I was merely trying to establish whether there might be a conflict between your client and mine.
Your client being who exactly?
David Whittaker.
But you said you had no contact with him.
I haven't, but a couple of days ago a sea captain brought me a package of documents that David had asked him to deliver to me in person.
Go on.
Well, among those documents was David's last will and testament, nominating me as his sole executor.
I see. But why did you need Colonel Whittaker's file?
Well, along with the will, David sent me a rather unusual set of written instructions.
Which were?
To deliver an envelope into the hands of one Sir Philip Garard, who just happens to be a director on the main board of the Gulf Oman Oilfields Development Company.
And do you know what's in the envelope?
Yes. A survey report and a concession agreement, properly drawn up, I might add.
And what is this Sir Philip Garard expected to do?
That's the catch. If, and only if, Sir Philip signs the concession, I'm to give him a second envelope which contains the exact locations that the survey report refers to.
Well, that survey report would have to be pretty convincing.
I should think it probably is.
Yes, I wouldn't hold out too much hope otherwise. But you said something about a conflict of interest.
Yes. I just wondered whether David Whittaker might have been working for his father.
In which case, the information your client is trying to peddle to Sir Philip Garard might not legally be his to trade with. Is that what you're saying?
More or less. And the same would be true, of course, if David had been working for Gulf Oman, or anyone else for that matter. That's why I wanted the Colonel's file.
I see. But either way, it's pure supposition. Neither of us has any hard facts on which to make a reasoned judgment.
So what do you think I should do?
You have your instructions, George. You must act on them.
Very well, Uncle Henry. If you say so.
Sir Philip Gord's office. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Grant. George Grant of Grant and Pettigrew Solicitors.
Are you calling on a company matter, Mr. Grant, or is this personal to Sir Philip?
Personal, I'm afraid.
Ah. Sir Philip's away on a tour of the Middle East at the moment.
When do you expect him back?
Not for some time, I'm afraid. Several weeks at least.
Oh, dear.
You could certainly contact him through our Bahrain office if the matter is important enough. He's based there at the moment.
Oh, yes, thank you. That might help.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, that's fine, thank you. Oh, Lord. What do I do now?
That is awkward, George. Damnably awkward. What are you going to do now?
I'm not sure.
What are your instructions in the event of Sir Philip refusing to sign this concession agreement you're offering him?
They're somewhat vague. I'm instructed to take whatever action I deem to be in the best interests of the independent Sheikhdom of Refaie.
Oh, that could be a very tall order.
I know.
Have you even checked where Refaie is on the map?
Well, yes, actually. But I must admit I had some difficulty finding it.
You know, George, I think you should give Sir Philip Gord the chance to sign the concession as soon as possible.
But that would be flying out to Bahrain.
Indeed. Then, if, as I suspect, Sir Philip refuses to sign your document, at least you're on the spot to carry out some sort of fact-finding tour in the furtherance of your client's instructions.
But that might take weeks.
Very probably.
But the cost we can't expect Whittaker's estate to pay.
Let's say that I will be prepared for the practice to bear the expense. You need the experience, George. I was thinking only the other day that you've been stuck in this office far too long. Too much law and not enough life, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
You need to get out into the world, George, to broaden your horizons.
If you say so, Uncle Henry.
Would you like a drink from the bar, sir?
Just a coffee, please.
And you, sir?
Scotch whiskey.
Soda?
Please.
There you are, sir.
Excuse me, what time are we due in Bahrain?
We are on schedule, sir. We'll land at Mubarak Airport at 2050 local time. That's 2 hours ahead of Central European time. Your coffee, sir.
Thank you.
Something to drink from the bar, sir.
This is your first time in Bahrain, signore?
Yes.
You cannot be in the oil business, then, eh?
No, I'm not in the oil business.
Oh, then you are going on holiday. Bahrain is good for holiday. Interesting, very interesting.
No, I'm not on holiday.
Oh, forgive me, signore. I interrupt your reading.
No, that's quite all right.
It's a very sad business, no?
Pardon?
The article you are reading, I could not help noticing.
Which article?
That one there, with the photograph of Colonel Whittaker's son.
Oh, yes.
Oh, such a waste to die so young.
Yes.
And in such a place.
Do you know that area?
A little, yes.
You work in Bahrain?
Well, not especially Bahrain, signore. Anywhere there is trouble.
Oh.
I'm a journalist. Alessandro Ruffini.
George Grant, solicitor.
Oh, so you visit Bahrain on lawyers' business?
Well, more or less. But do you think there's going to be trouble in Bahrain?
Oh, not Bahrain, but perhaps around Refaie.
Refaie?
Oh, you will not know it. It's only a small sheikhdom. But in that part of the world, even the smallest sheikhdom can cause big trouble.
I see.
All the signs are there. You will see.
Room 473, sir.
Thank you.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, please. Where can I find the Gulf Oman Development Company offices?
Gulf Oman, sir. The head office you want?
The head office, yes.
It is out on the Awali Road, sir.
How far out?
About 3 miles, sir. You will need a taxi.
Where will I find one?
Outside the main entrance, sir.
Thank you.
You are welcome, sir.
Signor Grant, buongiorno.
Hello, Mr. Ruffini.
Welcome to Bahrain.
Are you waiting for a taxi?
Of course. In Bahrain, one gets used to it. We share this one, yes?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. You were first.
I insist. I'm only going to the press club.
No, really. There's another one right behind, see?
As you wish, signore.
May I help you, sir?
Good morning. I have an appointment with Sir Philip Gord.
With Sir Philip?
Yes, I phoned this morning. My name is Grant.
If you'd care to take a seat, Mr. Grant, I won't keep you a moment.
Thank you.
It's Fatma at reception. I have a Mr. Grant here. He says he has an appointment to see Sir Philip Gord. But... Oh, I see. Very well. Mr. Grant?
Yes?
If you'd care to go to the top of the stairs here, Mr. Erkhard will meet you himself.
Erkhard?
That's right. Turn right at the top of the stairs.
Thank you.
Mr. Grant?
Yes, Mr. Erkhard, isn't it?
Erkhard. I'm the general manager here. Do come in.
Thank you.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, nothing, I'm afraid. My appointment was with Sir Philip Gord.
So I understand this. Now, Sir Philip was my predecessor here. Now, he no longer represents the company.
I see.
When you phoned, I naturally assumed your business was with the company rather than with Sir Philip privately.
I was told Sir Philip was here in Bahrain.
Well, he is here in the Gulf. I have no doubt he'll be coming back to Bahrain before much longer.
Do you have any idea where he is at the moment?
I'm not really sure at this precise moment, but he is due in Sharjah later in the week, I believe.
Sharjah? Isn't that quite close to Dubai?
About 20 minutes by road. No more, certainly. And look, if you'd like to write a note for Sir Philip, I will get it straight to him. There's a company plane going to Sharjah in the morning.
Oh. I don't suppose there's any chance of me getting a lift on it.
Have you a visa for the Trucial Sheikdoms?
I only arrived last night.
You must apply for one. Though I doubt whether you'll get it.
Why not?
The political situation out here is somewhat volatile, to put it mildly. Your visit is private.
Yes.
Well, I suppose the company could sponsor your application.
Oh, that would be marvellous.
But we would need to know the exact purpose of your visit.
I'm a solicitor, Mr. Erkhard.
So I understand. And your business would necessitate you going to Sharjah?
Partly. My client's sister is a nurse in Dubai. I ought to see her.
Of course, your client's sister. In that case, we'll do everything we can to help you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Well, not unless you're in a position to brief me as to the exact circumstances of David Whittaker's death.
David Whittaker?
I understand he was one of your employees.
No, he wasn't actually. He was on loan to us from his father. Why should that concern you?
David Whittaker is my client. Or was.
Ah.
The sole purpose of my visit here is to settle his estate.
I see. Robertson.
Yes, Mr. Erkhard?
Could you let me have a photocopy of the search report in the David Whittaker business?
When do you want it?
As soon as possible.
Thank you. Could you show me where his truck was found? On the wall map there?
Oh, yes, of course. It was, right here. Well, in what we call the empty quarter.
Ah, yes.
It's a desolate place, empty of life, hence the name. David could not survive there on foot.
They never found his body?
No. But in this area to the north here, Samim, it's all quicksands. If he wandered into that, he'd disappear without trace.
Is that what you think happened, Mr. Erkhard?
I don't know, Mr. Grant. I really don't know.
What on earth was David supposed to be doing up there, anyway?
He was meant to be prospecting for oil, but not up there where they found his truck. He should have been closer to the borders. Here.
Well, the shaded area?
That is the area in dispute. His orders were to keep just north of that.
And did he?
What?
Keep to that area.
He drilled a number of shot holes, apparently. But they all proved negative.
I'm not an oil man, Mr. Erkhard.
He didn't strike oil.
Oh.
His survey report suggests he was never likely to. Not there.
Where then? In the empty quarter?
Unlikely.
Then why would he go there? Alone?
I don't know why he went, Mr. Grant. But he was alone, because the rest of his survey team refused to go with him. It's all in the report. Excuse me. Yes?
Robertson, I've got the copy of the search report. Where do you want it?
Just leave it at the reception, yeah? Mr. Grant can collect it on his way out.
Will do.
Thank you. I won't take up any more of your time.
But if you want to leave a note for Sir Philip...
No, that won't be necessary. I'll hang around till he gets back. Or until I can get a visa for Dubai. You've been most helpful, Mr. Erkhard.
Whiskey soda, large one. Ah, Signor Grant.
Hello again, Mr. Ruffini. Can I get you a drink?
He's coming already. What will you have? Whiskey?
Gin and tonic would be nice.
Hey, Mohammed.
I am Yusuf, sir.
Then Yusuf, please be good enough to supply my friend here with a large gin and tonic.
A large gin and tonic, sir.
Tell me, how did you get on at the Gulf Oman office?
How did you know I'd been there?
My friend, you are very new out here. The taxi drivers make more money from telling where they take people than from actually taking them.
But why should you be in the least bit interested?
I'm a journalist. I'm interested in anything unusual.
And you think I'm unusual?
You are in Bahrain and you say you have nothing to do with oil.
Whiskey soda, gin and tonic, sir.
Thank you, Yusuf. Keep the change, please.
Thank you, sir.
Here you are, Signor Grant. Chin chin.
Cheers.
And how did you get on at the political residence office? Oh, well, you used the same taxi.
I didn't get a visa, if that's what you're asking.
Yes, because I also did not get a visa. I must stay here and mind my own bloody business. Not in so many words, you understand, but you know.
The political situation, I suppose.
Sure. But they're so stupid, these officials. They cannot stop a journalist writing a story. They can only stop him writing the truth.
So, what will you do?
Well, I'll find out what I can and guess the rest.
Where'd you start?
In the press club, in the bazaars. You feed off rumors and follow them up. And you ask questions like, what is a young English lawyer doing in Bahrain if he's got nothing to do with oil?
Sir,
What is it, Yusuf?
over there, sir, by the door.
Where? Oh, yes, it's your taxi driver again.
Maybe he's got another tidbit to sell you.
Come on, let's find out. Hey, Mohammed, you looking for me?
I have a message for your friend.
For me? Are you sure?
Oh, yes, sir. Very sure. There is a girl who wants to speak you. I take you to her. Come.
Wait a minute. Where is this girl?
El Menza Club.
It's a bordello. Nightclub underneath, bordello upstairs.
I don't think I should go.
Very important, sir. Girl wants to speak you. Very important.
Go, Signor Grant. Perhaps it is important.
And if it isn't?
Then maybe she give you a good time. Have you anything better to do than Bahrain?
Oh, all right. I think I'm beginning to see what Uncle Henry meant.
أحمد.
نعم.
أحمد.
ايش تريد؟
جبنا الراجل الإنجليزي اللي ست جزائرية.
هو هذا اللي بالخلف؟
أيوة.
قل له يجي معاي هاخده ليها.
Mister, you go with Ahmed now. Take you to speak with girl, okay? Get out here, please, mister.
Very well. But you wait here for me, understand?
Okay, Mr. Muhammad waits.
Good. Come, mister. Come. Girlie, speak. Girlie, speak.
Coming. And remember, you wait here.
Okay, mister.
Hey, you, Ahmed, how much further?
You come, تعالى, you come.
Here? This place?
Backside المنزة.
عاوز ايه؟
جبت الراجل الست الجزائرية.
يلا طيب.
Come, mister. Come, girlie, speak now.
In here?
ادخل.
أهو الراجل الإنجليزي.
Come in, monsieur.
Thank you.
Sit down, please, monsieur. بقى في الخارج نعيط لك لما نخلص.
ما تتأخري.
You know why I ask you to come?
I can't imagine.
You do not guess?
I don't even know your name.
My name is Tessa, but here I'm called always Tessa.
I'm afraid it means nothing to me. I've only just arrived in Bahrain.
And you have come because of David, no?
David Whittaker, you mean?
Of course, Whittaker. Are you not his friend? His only friend, what he can trust?
Well, I'm his solicitor. That's not quite the same thing.
But you have helped him before, in England.
Yes, I suppose so.
How?
What do you mean, how?
How you help him? I must know this to know if you are his friend.
Very well. David was involved in a fight with his stepfather.
And the stepfather died, no?
Yes, he had a heart attack.
Et les flics chased David for murder, huh?
There was talk of a manslaughter charge, yes.
And you helped him to escape?
I provided him with the opportunity of stowing away on a boat bound for Bahrain.
Ouais, exactement. You are the man.
So it would seem.
I need your help, monsieur.
My help?
Oui, monsieur. You must find David before it is too late.
Miss Tessa, David Whittaker is dead. That's why I'm here in Bahrain, as executor to his will.
Ça veut dire quoi, ça? What that means?
Oh, it means I carry out his instructions after his death.
But what happens if David is not dead?
What?
What you do if David is not dead?
It was reported in the press. The oil company have confirmed it. He's dead, Miss Tessa. I'm sorry.
C'est pas vrai. His truck was abandoned. That's all.
In the empty quarter.
It is only empty for the European, monsieur. But David is nearly Arab now. He's become a Bedouin. And the Bedouin knows the desert like his hand. No, monsieur. I know it. David is not dead.
That was part one of The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. Also featuring Robert James as Henry Grant, Joel Malcolm as Alexander Erkhard and Captain Griffiths, Robert Rietty as Ruffini, Nadia Hammam as Tessa, Jill Lidstone as Betty, Neville Rofaila as the hotel receptionist, Nadim Sawalha as the taxi driver, and Ali Refaie as Akhmed. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Produced by John Fawcett Wilson. We present The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted in 6 parts for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. The Doomed Oasis, Part 2.
Yes, sir?
Middle East Airlines, 7 of us. One night stopover standard.
Ah, yes. Here we are. Rooms 44 to 50, sir.
Thanks. Where's that, 7th floor?
That's right. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, where can I get some breakfast?
In the coffee bar. Around to the right.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir.
Buongiorno, Signor Grant.
Mr. Ruffini, you're worse than a bad penny.
I'm a journalist. What would you expect? And you, my friend, how are you after your adventures last night, eh? Was she... you know, this girl from the Almensa Club?
No, there was nothing like that.
Oh, please, Signor Grant, I was just joking.
Oh, yes. Well, she was more or less what you led me to expect.
And what was it she wanted to say to you, eh?
Very little, really. Though she did talk about trouble brewing between the Emir of Had and the Sheikh of Suraifa.
Well, you don't have to go to the Almensa to find out that. I told you yesterday, if you remember.
Yes, but you didn't tell me the Emir was shipping in Russian guns from Iraq.
She told you this?
Yes, though how on earth a girl like that comes to hear of these things?
How do you think, Signore? She will see many men, and sex will often loosen the tongue.
Yes, but can you believe what she says?
Oh, it's probably as reliable a source as any other.
How does one get served in this place?
Well, you help yourself.
Just want coffee and a roll.
Have the orange juice. The coffee is disgusting.
Yes, well, forewarned, I suppose.
Do you want the other roll?
Help yourself.
Thank you. You know, Signor Grant, the more I think about it, the more I am intrigued.
Why should you be?
Why should this girl have asked to see you, to tell you these things? You, an English lawyer, out here on lawyer's business.
That's right.
Or is there more? Are you not what you say you are?
I am a lawyer, I assure you. And that's the only reason that I'm here.
See.
But there's obviously something in the wind.
It will be oil, of course. There is never anything else. Where there's oil, there is politics. And in this part of the world, Signor Grant, where there's politics, there is oil, believe me.
But is there oil in Refaie or in Had?
Well, not at the moment, as far as anyone knows.
But. There is a but, isn't there?
Maybe. The talk in the bazaars is that Colonel Whittaker has been shipping in drilling equipment for months. You know about Colonel Whittaker, no?
I was reading about him on the plane.
Yes, I remember that report on the death of his son.
The Colonel seems to be something of a latter-day Lawrence of Arabia.
Well, it's a good comparison. He's a very special man. A man with an obsession, a theory. You have heard of the Whittaker theory?
Vaguely.
Your romantic English colonel believes that the great oil fields which run in a crescent from Iraq to Bahrain and beyond will continue under the Jebel Mountains and reappear in Refaie or thereabouts.
And you believe he's still trying to prove this theory?
I think the Emir of Had believes that Colonel Whittaker has already proved it.
And that's why he's preparing for war?
If what the girl from Almensa says is true... Anyway, it's a great headline.
What is?
The War of Whittaker's Theory.
Really, Ruffini?
Excuse me. Either of you two blokes George Grant by any chance?
Yes, me.
Otto Smith, chief pilot of the Gulf Oman Development Company's private airline, better known as the Flying Dustbins. Both of them.
George Grant.
How are you?
And this is Alessandro Ruffini. Be careful, he's a journalist.
How do you do?
G'day. Mr. Grant, I've got a seat for you on this morning's flight to Sharjah. Well, you still want to go, don't you?
Yes, of course. But I haven't got a visa.
Don't worry, it's all been fixed.
But I was told it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, well, let's just say that Gulf Oman moves in mysterious ways.
You know, we have a saying in Italian, my friend. Mangia e ringraziar. Eat and be grateful.
What can I say? Well, thank you.
Don't thank me, I'm only the chauffeur. Thank Erkhard or whoever.
Alexander Erkhard?
He's the big wheel out here. Takeoff's at 10. I'll pick you up here in an hour.
Fine. Thanks.
See you later, then.
What are you staring at?
You, my friend, I'm beginning to get just a little bit very suspicious.
Suspicious? Of me?
Mm-hmm. This young English lawyer who comes to Bahrain one day and is refused the visa, and the very next day has both a visa and an aeroplane trip provided by the mighty Gulf Oman Company.
I had no idea.
And who still maintains that he has nothing to do with oil.
I swear to you, Ruffini.
Oh, sure. Everyone swears to journalists. That's why newspaper stories are always true. Beware, my friend. Your facade of innocence is beginning to look as crumpled as an old suit.
I'd better go and pack a toothbrush.
Yes, do that. And, Signor Grant?
Yes?
Try to remember one thing.
What's that?
If you tell the truth, and you are what you say you are, you must be very careful. Everybody else in this part of the world wears two faces.
Does that include you, Ruffini?
Who knows? Arrivederci presto.
Well, I'll see you.
Speriamo.
What's that down there?
Dubai! You never been out here before?
No, first time.
Let's take a closer look then. Show you the sights. There you are, the Venice of Arabia.
Yes, I see what you mean. What are all those towers?
Wind towers. It's a type of air conditioning system.
God.
Yeah, thousands of years old, too. Supposed to have come from Persia originally.
Incredible. How long to Sharjah?
About 10 minutes. You've been booked in at the fort, if that's all right.
I expect so. You got time to have lunch with me?
Afraid not. I could probably manage to sink a couple of beers, though.
You're on.
Oh, God, I needed that.
Another?
You bet, if I can catch the boy's eye. Ah.
You've obviously got the knack.
Endless hours of training. 2 more beers, please.
Very good, sir.
Not a bad place, really.
Better than I expected, I must say.
Used to be a desert fort before the airlines discovered it. It's more or less a transit hotel now.
How long have you been out here?
With the company, you mean? 9 years. Bit under, maybe.
You must like the work.
I wouldn't go back to a regular airline, if that's what you mean. Too bloody boring by half.
I can imagine. Have you ever been to Sawalha?
Not since the company gave up the concession.
When was that?
3 or 4 years ago. It was the night Colonel Whittaker's son arrived from England, funnily enough.
Really?
Yeah. I'd flown Sir Philip Gord in to break the news to Sheikh Akhmed that the company weren't going to renew the concession. It was the last job he did before Erkhard took over.
Was Colonel Whittaker there too?
Oh, I'll say. He was raving, abso-bloody-lutely raving. Kept picking up the Koran and swearing his life on it that he'd get even with Erkhard.
Why Erkhard? Why not Gord? He was the senior, wasn't he?
Not then. Erkhard was the new broom. One of those smart Alex City accountants that reckon you can know all about oil without knowing about Arabs. If it wasn't for Erkhard, they'd still be drilling in Sawalha.
My information is that Colonel Whittaker still is.
On his own account, maybe. But the company's operation's been gradually wound down. Jack Entwistle's team's about all that's left.
But what about David Whittaker? Where did he fit into all this?
Oh, he didn't really. He filled in for Jack a few weeks back when he had jaundice. But that was only temporary.
I see. How well did you know David?
I only ever met him that once, and like I said, he was just out from England. All that way, and then his father refused to acknowledge him.
I don't suppose you have any idea what happened to him after that. David, I mean.
There's no secret about it. He did what his father did 20-odd years ago. He went native. Spent most of his time in Sawalha with Khalid, Sheikh Ahmed's son.
Doing what?
Hunting, hawking, whoring. All the usual things.
But at some stage I thought he started working for his father.
Oh, you could say that. They certainly buried the hatchet eventually.
Yes, but was or was he not working for his father?
Oh, on and off. The old buzzard might even have paid him something. But David has always belonged to Sawalha. The sand got into his soul.
Your beer, sir.
You've taken your time.
Yes, sir.
How much is it?
No, it's my shout.
Oh.
Look, I think you better bring another.
One more beer, sir?
Please. That's Chuck Berry just rolled in.
Who?
Chuck Berry, in the khaki uniform. He's giving you a lift to Dubai this evening.
Dubai?
Yeah, it's only 12 miles away. Tarmac Road.
Yes, but what? I'm here to see Sir Philip Gord.
Does he know that?
I don't know. Why? What's the problem?
Well, I was told you wanted to see Whittaker's sister. She's nursing in the hospital there, isn't she?
Yes, but Sir Philip's my first priority.
Well, Erkhard laid this Dubai trip on specially.
Oh,
g'day, Chuck.
Hello there. This our hitchhiker.
George Grant, legal eagle from England.
Hello.
The Captain Jim Berry of the Trucial Omen Scouts.
Everyone calls me Chuck.
Nice to meet you.
You're staying at the fort, I presume?
Yes.
I'll pick you up around 6, if that's all right.
Fine, thank you.
There's a beer on the way, Chuck.
Paid for, I trust?
Of course.
My God, Mr. Grant, you must be really important to get Otto's hand out of his pocket.
Push off. Anyway, he is important. At least boss man Erkhard seems to think so.
Not really. The only reason I'm here in Sharjah is to meet Sir Philip Gord.
Well, you're going to be unlucky, sport.
But Mr. Erkhard told me he was due in Sharjah this week.
He was, but he isn't anymore.
Well, where is he?
On his way to Bahrain.
Does Mr. Erkhard know that?
Of course. It was Erkhard that told me.
Hi there. You all set?
Yes.
Climb in then.
Thanks.
So, Dubai it is.
Dubai it is, unless you can think of a way of getting me to Bahrain.
There's a flight out on Thursday.
Yes, I know.
By the way, we've got a 3-tonner coming back here from Dubai in the morning. I've arranged for it to stop by the hospital and pick you up.
That's very good of you.
No problem. You'll be ready by 8, okay?
Right.
Miss Whittaker does know you're coming, doesn't she?
Yes, I phoned through this afternoon.
Good.
By the way, any suggestions where I might get a bed for the night?
There's bound to be a room for you in the hospital somewhere. As long as they don't try and take your tonsils out in the middle of the night, you should be laughing. She's a pretty thing, by all accounts.
I'm here on business, Chuck.
And they say soldiers lack imagination.
Chuck, is it true there's some sort of trouble brewing out in the desert?
There's always trouble out here. Like there's always sand. What makes you ask?
Oh, just rumours.
There's always rumours, too.
It's just that I heard about some sort of border dispute between Sawalha and Had.
Oh, that's real enough. Every time the wind blows, the ruddy border moves. It's the sort of thing that Hadj Whittaker would have settled personally in the old days.
What, Whittaker?
Hadj. It's what the locals call him.
Oh.
Because he's made the pilgrimage to Mecca, presumably. When he was with Gulf Oman, the sun shone out of his backside as far as the Arabs were concerned. Now the Gulf Oman's cut the connection, he's seen as Sawalha's man. The other sheiks are never certain which face he's showing them.
Have you ever met Colonel Whittaker?
No, never. Black-hearted old buzzard, by all accounts. He sports a black eye patch, you know. The way Otto tells it, he's got no sight in one eye and no sympathy in the other.
Sounds pretty definitive.
It is. But he's all soldier, apparently. Even under a Galabea, he looks like a guardsman on parade. That's the trouble, I suppose. You never know whether he's thinking like a Brit or a Bedouin.
Like his son.
Sorry, I'm not with you.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter.
Yes. Well, that's the hospital up ahead.
Mr. Grant?
Miss Whittaker, I presume.
Susan when I'm off duty.
Call me George, please. I'm not sure I would have recognised you after all this time.
It's the uniform, or so I'm told.
How long can you spare me?
I'm on duty again at 6 in the morning.
Then we can have dinner perhaps somewhere?
I'd love that.
Where, in Dubai somewhere?
Why not? Later perhaps.
Oh, what do we do till then?
I usually go for a swim at this time of the day. It's quite beautiful here.
I can imagine. But, I didn't think to bring a bathing costume.
I can borrow one for you. Wait here. Sharp you a minute.
Turning quite nippy, isn't it?
Oh, the sun's going down. Look at the sky.
Nice.
In about 5 minutes, that whole horizon will turn to gold. This time of the year, it's just magical here. You've never seen anything like it.
Don't tell me you've fallen in love with the place too.
I love the place, but that's not quite the same thing. I'm not prepared to die for it the way David is. Was.
I'm not sure I understand. About David.
The last time I saw him...
When was that?
3-4 months ago. He arrived without warning. Just appeared out of the desert. All wild eyes and flowing robes. Like one of those pictures of Old Testament prophets you see in children's Bibles.
He didn't make any prophecies.
Only the one he's always made.
What was that?
About Sawalha being a doomed oasis. The way David told it, Sawalha could have been the original Garden of Eden.
What?
There are these date gardens flowering in the middle of the desert, irrigated with water piped from the mountains in phalanges.
In what?
Phalanges. That's what David called them.
Yes, but what are they?
Some sort of man-made ducting, as far as I can understand it.
An aqueduct across the desert?
More or less. But underground, of course. And a whole network of them, apparently.
Amazing.
They've been there since Adam, according to David, but now they're crumbling away.
I'm not surprised.
If they could find oil in Sawalha, they could afford to repair the phalanges. If not...
It's a doomed oasis.
Yes. The desert will take over, according to David.
Is that what he was doing? Looking for oil?
Yes. That last time he came to see me, he'd just been taken on by Gulf Oman. A short-term replacement for someone who was sick, he said.
Ah, Jack Entwistle.
Probably. Anyway, David was over the moon about it. He had unearthed some old geological report that he reckoned was the key to it all.
And you think he was going to use the opportunity to check it out? On the company's time and with the company's equipment?
It would be in character, wouldn't it?
Without his father knowing?
That too, probably. Come on. I'm famished.
So am I.
Have you finished, madame?
Thank you.
Sir?
Thank you. Could we have some coffee, please?
For two?
Please.
It's the best meal I've had in years.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Didn't you?
Yes, but that could have something to do with the company.
For me too. Where will you go next?
Back to Bahrain. To see Sir Philip Gord, I hope.
Will you be seeing my father?
Depends. Where is he, do you know?
Sawalha, somewhere.
Do you know, that's the first time you said my father. It's always been David's father or his father.
It's difficult to think of him as a father at all. He abandoned my mother the moment he discovered she was pregnant.
At least he made some financial provision for you.
For David? What? He made financial provision for David, not for me. He's a Muslim, remember? Daughters are not as important.
I don't suppose he knew or even cared, perhaps, whether your mother would produce a boy or a girl. One can hardly blame him for not anticipating twins.
It wouldn't have made any difference, believe me. Look, I've been out here 3 years nearly, and do you know how many times he's been in touch with me?
No.
Once. One single time.
Oh.
There's nothing between us, no feeling of shared blood the way there was between David and me.
What about between David and his father? Your father? Was there a bond there?
Not before David came out here. Well, since then, possibly, I don't know. The only reason I came was to be near David. Without him, there's nothing here for me. Certainly not my father.
What will you do now?
Serve out my contract and go home, I suppose.
The coffee, please, madame.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
And could I have the bill, please?
Right away, sir.
How will you get back to Sharjah in the morning? Taxi?
No, the Trucial Scouts have kindly offered me a lift back on the early morning milk run.
How early?
Around 8, they said.
That's not early. Most people have done a day's work by that time.
Thank you.
You are welcome, sir. Hey, Grant.
Hello, Chuck.
No, don't get out.
Why?
You have a good time?
Yes, fine.
I've got a message for you from Otto. He says, can you meet him at the Gulf Oman office?
Why not? I've nowhere else to go.
Good. Driver, would you take Mr. Grant to the Gulf Oman office?
Yes, sir, no problem.
Thanks.
See you around, Grant.
Bye. Come on.
Oh, Grant. You made it then.
Otto?
Sorry I'm late.
What's going on? Shouldn't you be in Bahrain?
I thought you wanted to meet Sir Philip Gore.
I do. It's the whole point of me being here in the first place.
Exactly.
So?
I flew him in first thing this morning.
What?
He's waiting for you upstairs, in the local manager's office.
Otto, you're a genius.
Yep.
But how did you do it?
I told him Erkhard had sent you here to meet him.
But I don't think Erkhard really wants me to meet him. Does Sir Philip know that?
Sure he does. Why else do you think he came?
Oh.
I've got him, Sir Philip.
Good. Send him in.
In you go, Mr. Green, and good luck.
Thanks.
And don't wander too far, Otto.
All right, Sir Philip. I'll be having a coffee when you want me.
Very well. Sit down, Mr. Grant.
Thank you.
Seen the paper?
No, not for some days.
War of Whittaker's theory. New oil strike causes border tension. Front page, you're doing?
Of course not. I'm a solicitor.
Otto tells me you were with an Italian.
Ruffini, yes.
A journalist?
Yes. That will be his headline, actually. He was rather proud of it.
Proud of it? Proud of a load of fanciful nonsense that'll cause endless trouble? God knows how many lives.
It may not all be nonsense, Sir Philip.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I think Ruffini's only putting an interpretation on the facts as he sees them.
You mean he's guessing?
Well...
There is no oil in Refaie, Mr. Grant. Believe me, none whatsoever.
I wouldn't dare disagree with you. I'm no expert.
Agreed. Anyway, why do you want to see me?
I'm acting, as you may know, Sir Philip, as sole executor to the estate of the late David Whittaker.
Yes, I know.
My instructions were to deliver these documents to you in person.
Do you know what this is?
Some sort of concession agreement. I assume that was more or less standard wording.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. He wants me to commit the company to drilling 4 test wells, on locations to be supplied by you.
They're in a separate envelope, which I'm to hand over when I have your signature on the concession agreement.
And if I don't sign?
Then I have specific instructions that will be of no further interest to you, I'm afraid.
I see. Yeah, there was a time, Grant, there was a time, way back when Charles Whittaker first propounded his wretched theory. I would have signed this without a second thought.
Why not now?
Once bitten. I backed him all the way, and all down the years. It cost my company an awful lot of money.
No one will give this document a second glance anymore. Not Shell, not Aramco. They've all learned by our experience.
So you're not interested?
Let's just say I'm not convinced. A report like this one of young Whittaker's isn't conclusive. Seismology never is. The only way to be sure you're sitting on oil is to sink a well and find out.
Isn't that what Colonel Whittaker is supposed to be doing at this very moment?
What, drilling? Who told you that?
Well, the rumour is that he's been shipping in the equipment to do precisely that.
The man's obsessed with the idea.
At least he's prepared to back his own judgment.
Yes, it rather depends on whether he's drilling on the same locations that his son surveyed, and we, at least I, have no way of knowing that. Have I, Mr. Grant?
No.
And there's no chance, no possibility that you could allow me a sight of the location of those 4 test wells?
I'm afraid not, Sir Philip.
Yes, of course, I do understand. But without some foreknowledge, there is just no way I could commit my company to such an agreement.
Those are my instructions, Sir Philip. I'm sorry.
So am I. Well, what will you do now?
Go back to Bahrain, I suppose.
Well, I shall be flying back there this morning, if that's any use to you.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
The company owe you that much, at least. We seem to have put you to a great deal of unnecessary trouble.
I'd certainly appreciate it. Transport is the big problem just at the moment.
I can imagine. Perhaps you'd be good enough to warn Otto that you're coming back with us, eh?
Yes, of course.
If you can prise him away from the damned coffee machine, that is.
Where do I find him?
Oh, end of the corridor, on the right.
I'll be right back.
Hello, sport. You all finished?
More or less. You're giving me a lift back to Bahrain, apparently.
Oh, that's fine by me. What time do you want to leave?
He didn't say.
Well, come on, let's ask him.
What time do you want... I believe that's my briefcase, Sir Philip.
Yes. And these are young Whittaker's locations, aren't they?
You had absolutely no right to open that envelope.
What did you expect from me?
I expected you to have just 1 or 2 little scruples.
In the oil business?
I'd already said I wouldn't sign. I just might have changed my mind.
Yes, I'll bet.
These locations are slap in the middle of the disputed border area between Refaie and the Emirate of Had. And that, as far as the company is concerned, is a no-go area, whatever the small print may say.
I'm reassured.
Well, I'm not. My lack of scruple, as you call it, was prompted by, among other things, a desire to see how near the locations were to the place where David Whittaker's truck was found.
Oh. And how near are they?
Nowhere damned near enough. And that's why I'm afraid I shan't be going to Bahrain after all.
What?
You fueled up, Otto?
Full tanks.
Good, let's go. You're welcome to come along if you wish, Grant.
Where are you going?
Refaie. Where else?
You coming or not, Mr. Grant?
Try and stop me.
That was part 2 of The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. Also featuring Robert Rietty as Ruffini, George Rubicek as Otto Smith, David McAllister as Captain Chuck Berry, Helena Breck as Susan Whittaker, Garard Green as Sir Philip Gord, Nadim Sawalha as the receptionist, and Mohammed Sultan as the driver. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Produced by John Fawcett Wilson. We present The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted in 6 parts for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. The Doomed Oasis, Part 3.
Grant, are you quite sure you want to come to Refaie?
There's no reason for me to stay here in Sharjah, Sir Philip, unless, of course, you would rather I was out of your way.
It's of no consequence to me what you do. I must look at those 4 locations young Whittaker wanted me to sign my life away for.
And I suppose that justifies your rooting around in my briefcase.
Well, it's as well I did. Good God, man, you were asking me to put my company slap in the middle of a border dispute.
I was not asking you for anything, Sir Philip. I was following my client's instructions that the envelope containing the locations was not to be opened if you refused to sign the concession agreement. Remember?
Don't pout at me, young man. There's no place out here for an outraged sense of honor.
So it would seem.
Ah, here's Otto. You've been long enough.
It's taken me forever to file a flight plan. It's an absolute shambles up there.
Isn't it always? Can we get aboard?
Sure. Just got to do the pre-flight.
Well, come on, young Grant.
Very well.
Do you mind taking the back?
Not at all.
Only I need to stretch this damned leg.
Does it bother you a lot? The leg?
Burden of the years. One must expect it at my age. Damned inconvenient in planes and such like that. I suppose you think I owe you an apology.
Don't you?
Perhaps you're right. But this is the Gulf, not the Inns of Court.
And you're an oilman, not a lawyer.
Exactly.
I see. Oil excuses anything, does it?
It breeds its own set of values, which may not coincide with your own.
I'll remember.
Well, you do well, too. Have you read David Whittaker's survey report?
I tried to, but it was much too technical for me.
He claimed to have based his research on some old reports on the company's files.
Yes, is that likely?
Well, it's possible. We had a survey team in that area a few years ago. We had to pull them out when trouble blew up between Sawalha and Hud.
About the border?
No, straightforward blood feud. Very nasty, nonetheless. It is quite possible that those old reports were just filed away and forgotten.
Until David dug them up?
Yeah, it would seem like that. The strange thing is that he may have stumbled over the very thing his father has been searching for the past 30 years.
Right. Nearly there.
Good. You've got a copy of the Whittaker search report?
I've got a map reference, where he went missing.
Well, that'll do. Doesn't bear thinking about. A mere slip of a boy.
Do you think that David and his father were working together, Sir Philip?
God knows.
Because if so, Colonel Whittaker may already be drilling on David's locations.
He won't be. Not in that area. He's got more damn sense. If he proved his precious theory on that border right now, he'd be putting a match to a powder barrel, and he knows it.
Right. Fit, everyone?
Fine.
Seatbelts fastened?
Yeah.
Right. Stand by. This is Golf Orange 23 Tango, ready to taxi out now. Over. You awake, Sir Philip?
Yes, just dozing.
We're over the Rub al-Khali. We'll be crossing into Sawalha in a few minutes.
Where are we? On the map.
We're just about there.
Is this what they call the empty quarter?
Yeah.
I can see why.
I'm on course for the reference given in the search report. Whittaker truck was found, thereabouts.
Where are the binoculars?
Side pocket. Any time now.
Can you cut the speed?
Throttling back.
There's no sign of anything.
Wouldn't expect there to be. Not after all this time. Do you want to go down, Sir Philip?
No point. Just circle round once.
Then what?
Then we'll head for the border, Grant. And have a look at those locations David Whittaker bequeathed to us, eh?
We're over the border now.
Good.
Sir Philip?
Yes?
Aren't those tyre tracks down there?
Where?
There, do you see? Running off to the right, along that ridge in the sand dunes.
He's right. Can you follow them, Otto?
When I can see them.
Running off to the right, at about 30 degrees.
Right 30.
Keep following the line of the dunes. They curve round to the left now.
Taking her up. Down there. Look.
What is it?
Do you see? Down there. Those men.
Oh, yes.
That's a survey truck, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's Gulf Oman.
What the hell are they doing there?
Search me.
Can you land here, Otto?
Could be a bit hairy.
I don't care. Land. I want to talk to the man in charge, whoever he is.
Jack Entwistle, I should think. Couldn't be anyone else. Hold tight, I'm taking a quick deco at the ground down there. I'll give you a hand, Sir Philip.
It's all right, I can manage.
Oh, careful.
I'm all right.
There's a Land Rover coming up.
Yeah, it's Jack Entwistle, right enough.
Yes, damn it. But what's he doing out here? He must be 100 miles from his survey area.
You'll have to ask him that yourself. Hello, Sir Philip. My goodness, it's grand to see you again, sir.
Entwistle, isn't it?
That's right, sir. It's been a few years, isn't it?
Not so.
Hello, Jack. This is George Grant. How do, Mr. Grant?
Hello.
Who gave you orders to run a survey here? Was it Erkhard?
No.
Well, who then?
Nobody.
Then what the hell do you think you're up to, so far from your survey area?
Well, sort of hard to explain, Sir Philip.
Try me.
Well, it was me that did the ground search for David Whittaker.
I read your report. It still doesn't explain what you're doing here.
There were one or two things I couldn't put down in writing, not officially.
Such as?
Well, for a start, there was no wrong with the truck except an empty tank. It was just as if David kept driving until he ran out of petrol.
Why would he do that?
Oh, please, Grant.
Well, to be honest, Mr. Grant, I'm damned if I know. There were no signs of foul play or attack or anything like that.
Yes, that is odd, isn't it, Sir Philip?
It doesn't tell me why he was so far out of his survey area.
I'm coming to that. It were my team young David was surveying with. Erkhard brought him in when I went down with jaundice.
I know.
Yeah, well, apparently he brought him straight here to the border and started surveying. And they were told to keep their mouths shut about it.
Why?
David reckoned he was onto something big.
So why did he go off into the empty quarter by himself?
The team were ordered not to go with him.
By whom?
Prince Khalid.
Khalid?
Who's he?
The elder son of Sheikh Mahmoud of Sarifa.
And David Whittaker's best friend.
I see.
And how do you know all this, Entwistle?
I speak a bit of Arabic. I overheard the men talking among themselves. I had to threaten to break their necks before I got the whole story from them.
Still, that doesn't account for your being here on the border.
Look here, Sir Philip. If David Whittaker thought he was onto something big, it must be worth looking at. I don't know who the heck's meant to have read his reports, but no one's done anything about it.
No one's seen his reports, Entwistle.
At least, not officially.
Thank you.
I didn't know that, Sir Philip.
It never occurred to you, I suppose, that there might be political considerations?
Not my province. My job is to find oil.
So, you're checking young Whittaker's locations?
According to the boys, there were 4 which had been marked as possible anticlimbs on some old reports that he'd dug up.
How far have you got?
I've checked the most southeasterly location.
And?
Negative. We just started drilling the first shot hole here.
Yeah, that'll be location C.
What?
This is location C. At least, that's what young Whittaker called it on his survey report.
You had it all along?
No. I had it. David sent it to me in England.
Well, I'll be damned.
Mr. Grant is young Whittaker's solicitor, fresh out from England.
And a bit green as far as oil is concerned. But don't worry, there's one like me born every minute, isn't there, Sir Philip?
How do you mean?
It's a private joke, Entwistle.
Oh.
You ever seen a seismological truck, Grant? The inside, I mean.
No.
But I think you ought to. Might help you understand that this business is nothing like the exact science you seem to think it is.
You can have a quick shufty over mine if you like. It'll only take a few minutes.
I'd love to.
And you, Entwistle. There's no point in pulling you out halfway through your shot hole, not at this stage.
No, Sir Philip.
Finish your check here and then pull out. Right out. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And the results direct to me, no one else. Is that clear?
Perfectly, Sir Philip.
Now, if you could keep Grant amused for 10 minutes, I'll draft some orders to cover you and a letter of explanation for Sheikh Mahmoud, in case you need it. Though I dare say he knows damn well what you're up to.
I'm much obliged to you, Sir Philip.
That's all right.
Right then, Mr. Grant. Let's be moving, shall we?
Thank you.
10 minutes, Grant, or I'll leave without you.
Right you are.
Oh, and, Entwistle.
Yes, sir?
A moment, if you please.
Come in. Get in, Mr. Grant. I'll be right with you. Yeah, he's a funny old beggar, Sir Philip. But an old man to the tips of his boots.
What was all that about?
Absolution. Official and unconditional.
Good. This business about David's truck, there's more to it than just empty petrol tanks, isn't there?
Yeah, there was no drinking water either. The jerry cans were dry.
Yes, he must have used it all.
No, there's no way that David would have driven into the empty quarter without enough water. It's a rum do and no mistake. Right. That's the truck. Come on, I'll show you around.
My God, it's the plane! Hey! He's going to take off without me.
Yeah, that's right.
But why?
I told you, he's an oil man to the tips of his boots.
But why's he done that?
It'll only be for a couple of days. He said to make you as comfortable as possible.
You knew what he was going to do?
That's why he called me back. Sorry.
Yes, but why?
Politics, most likely. I suppose he just wants you out of his hair for a while. Hey, up. He's coming back.
Why are they waving at us?
Don't ask me.
Look! They've dropped something.
Come on.
It's a cigarette case.
Yeah, let's have a look. What's this?
Looks like some sort of message.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Armed tribesmen 3 miles north of you. Stop drilling. Proceed at once to Sarefa. Warn Sheikh Mahmud. Thank God they spotted him.
Why? They won't bother us, will they?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I'm not hanging around to find out. Come on. Hey, Abdullah. Yella. اتحركوا. يلا.
وقف الحفر ده وهو وقف الحفر.
يلا. Come on, shift it. يلا. Shove the bloody thing in anywhere. In there. هنا. كرسي جاهز. كرسي هذا. Right, let's go. يلا. اتحركوا. Get in there.
Right. شوف.
We've got company.
What? Hey!
Get in.
What was that?
A bullet, you cockhead.
My God.
Yella.
That was close.
Too bloody close. You all right?
So far. I seem to have a boot full of broken glass.
I'd settle for that if I were you.
Who are they?
The Emir of Had's men, most like. They must have cottoned on to us when they saw the plane turn back.
But they've got no right. We're on Sarefa territory.
There's some as dispute that. And even a lawyer would find it hard to argue the point with his throat cut. There's a spanner under your seat. You'd do well to clear the rest of that glass from window.
Oh, yes. Got it. Thanks.
Can you see anything your side?
No.
You sure?
Just a lot of empty desert.
Good. I think we've lost them, but keep your eyes skinned.
Will they come after us?
Maybe. But it's less likely the nearer we get to Sarefa.
I'm relieved to hear it. There was no mention of this in the travel brochure. How long to Sarefa?
A couple of hours. 2.5, maybe.
Will we get there before dark?
Insha'Allah. That's it. Up ahead.
Sarefa?
Yeah. Looks as though we're expected.
What?
Reception committee.
Oh, yes. They've got guns.
What did you expect? Belly dancers. All right. Who's the leader here?
أنا. الشيخ محمود منتظرك من مدة طويلة ويبغي يتحدث معك.
What's he saying?
The Sheikh wants words with us.
Why?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
وبعث ناس ثانية تجيبك هنا. تعال.
Here we go again. This is it. The Sheikh's palace, such as it is. You're not impressed?
It's not what I expected. It's falling to bits over there.
Those are the walls of the date garden. Don't worry. It's not all as bad as that.
Good.
Right. This is where we get out. Okay.
Right.
اتبعني أخوي من فضلك.
Yella. Higher. Come on, Grant.
Me as well?
Yeah, and mind your P's and Q's with the Sheikh.
But what do I do? I haven't much experience of this sort of thing.
Oh, don't worry. Just take a cue from me. You'll be all right.
انتظر هنا.
What?
He says to wait here.
Oh.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
Sheikh Mahmoud.
Who's the other one?
خليهم يتفضلوا.
Khalid, his son, the eldest.
شيخ محمود هيشوفك هالحين.
Ta. Come on.
This is worse than going into court for the first time.
Oh, you are welcome in Sawalha. My house shall be as your house.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Please, be seated.
Thank you. Powwow time. Look, let me do the talking.
With pleasure. Are we meant to sit on these cushion things?
What else? Well done.
So, you have come at last to Sawalha.
As you say, Your Highness.
A little too late, I think.
I have a message for Your Highness, from Sir Philip Garard.
Please. How is Sir Philip Garard?
In excellent health, Your Highness, just like the old days.
Good, good. This is all?
All he had time for. He dropped it from his aeroplane in this gold cigarette case.
He must have great urgency.
Yes.
You also?
Very much so.
خالد, قريت الرسالة؟
هذا يثقل مشاكل كثيرة.
هذه مشكل فعلا.
ما مستعدين لهالمواجهة.
والنصرانية لما راحوا عند الشيخ عبد العزيز لازم يمشوا يعتذروا لأنه ما أخذوا إذن مني أنا.
What's that?
You understand what I say?
Yes, and with great respect, Your Highness, I won't do that.
You will go freely, or you will go under escort, but you will go.
Go where?
To Abdul Zaid, Emir of Had.
But why?
To explain why we were on the border without Sheikh Mahmoud's authority.
I wish no trouble with the Emir, Mr. Entwistle.
No, you just want the oil.
Colonel Whitaker is already drilling for oil.
Then why isn't he drilling where his son ran a survey, on the border with Had?
You must ask that question to Colonel Whitaker himself.
I should very much like to, Your Highness.
Who are you? I do not know you, I think.
No, my name is George Grant.
Ah.
I'm David Whitaker's solicitor.
Ah, and his friend, I think.
يا طويل العمر يا طويل العمر
شو في شو؟
واحدة من الفلج ما فيها مي. هذا شغل عبد الزيد.
اي شغل عبد الزيد ما لازم. يلا ولا مش.
What's going on?
The water stopped one of the fallages, the irrigation channels that water the date gardens.
How come?
I don't know, and frankly, I don't much care. Come on.
Where are you going?
Anywhere. We've got to get out of here while we've got a chance.
Oh, very well.
Go on, shift yourself.
I'm not sure.
Look, Grant, if you think I'm risking my neck on some crazy diplomatic apology to that Emir, you need your head examined. Now, come on. We're in luck. The Land Rover's still here.
Yes.
Nobody about as far as I can see.
No sign of anyone.
They'll have all gone to see what the fuss is about, like a lot of nosy kids. Come on. Come on!
No, Jack, I'm staying.
What? Do you want to get yourself killed or something?
No, but...
Well, you're going the right way about it.
Look, I didn't ask to come here, but now I am here. I'm not leaving until I've spoken to Khalid.
About what? What the heck do you need to speak to him about?
About David Whitaker, of course. He's the whole point of my being here.
Oh, you're crazy.
I've got to stay. You go while you can. I'll make your excuses to Sheikh Mahmoud.
You've got guts, I'll say that for you. Not much sense, mind. Are you sure?
Positive.
Good.
Oh, Lord.
Perhaps you should have gone with your friend.
What the...
It might have been wise.
Colonel Whitaker? Colonel Charles Whitaker?
You have the advantage of me, sir.
George Grant, of Grant and Pettigrew, your solicitors.
I wasn't aware that Henry Grant had a son.
He hasn't. He never married. I'm his nephew, junior partner.
Ah. And did Henry send you out here?
He suggested I should come.
To see me?
No, to settle your son's estate. David appointed me his sole executor.
I see. These are troubled times in Sawalha, Mr. Grant.
So it would seem.
I think it would be better, safer, if you spent the night at my house.
You think I need protection?
There's little I can guarantee these days, Mr. Grant, but I can guarantee that you'll be quite safe at my house.
Thank you.
Come along. It's not far. Was that Entwistle you were with just now?
Yes.
How did you come to be with him?
It's a long story. We're in the border area, and let's just say I was left in his care by Sir Philip Gord.
Philip Gord? I didn't know he was out here.
Yes.
Why? Why would Philip come back at this precise moment?
Some sort of tour.
Entwistle was drilling on the Had border?
Yes.
Was it Gord who ordered that?
Not as far as I know.
Erkhard, then? Was it Erkhard?
I don't know.
Then what in God's name was the man doing there?
He was checking out some surveys that your son had made.
He had no right. No damned right at all.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's not your fault. You couldn't be expected to understand all the implications of what's happening here.
I know about the desperate need for water. I've just seen what happens when one of the channels dries up.
The Fallards didn't dry up, Mr. Grant. It was blown up.
Blown up? You mean deliberately?
Abdul Zaid intends to destroy Sawalha. The Fallages have always been our Achilles heel.
But surely Sawalha doesn't depend on one single channel.
It depends on water.
What is it?
The Shamal.
What?
There's a storm on the way.
How do you know?
The air. It's heavy. The smells of the desert. Yes, it'll be here before morning. Then perhaps you will understand.
Understand what?
The desert, Mr. Grant. When the Shamal blows, the sand floods in like a tidal wave over the date gardens. And when the Shamal has passed, another part of the oasis is lost to the desert. Mr. Grant, the only thing that stands between Sawalha and total erosion is a desert shrub called a camel thorn. It acts like a breakwater.
Ah.
Years ago, Sawalha was surrounded by camel thorn. Now, it's dying for lack of water.
But there's still some water coming through, surely?
Not enough, Mr. Grant. Once there were 100 or more Fallages bringing water from the mountains. Now, there are 7.
And one of those put out of action tonight?
Yes. It's a disaster for Sawalha.
Can't it be repaired?
In the 14 years that Mahmud has been Sheikh, he's been able to restore only 1 Fallaj. It took 2 years and it cost a fortune. If Sawalha is to survive, we need dozens of new Fallages, not just 1.
So you need to find oil to pay for them?
Yes, and soon, or it'll be too late.
Wasn't that why David was prospecting on the Had border?
And why Emir Abdul Zaid bin Sultan of Had has laid claim to the border. And whatever suspicions he had, they've just been confirmed by that idiot Entwistle.
But Entwistle drew a blank. He told me himself.
Abdul Zaid doesn't know that, and if he did, he wouldn't believe it. Not now.
What will happen, do you think?
Sawalha will lose her Fallages, one by one.
Surely something can be done to protect them?
How, Mr. Grant? How can a few score men guard mile after mile?
What on earth is...
Get out of the way, Grant. Over by the wall.
What?
Cover your head, man. Your eyes, your mouth. Keep them covered. Good God, I've got a mouthful of sand. I did warn you to cover up.
What was all that about?
Some of the Sheikh's men, Mr. Grant.
I gathered that, but why are they all in such an almighty hurry?
They're going to war, Mr. Grant.
War?
They're going to search out the Emir's men to match their ancient Lee Enfields with Abdul Zaid's brand new Kalashnikovs. And those that don't come back will have that fool Entwistle to thank.
And not David?
Yes. Perhaps my son, too.
That was part 3 of The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. Also featuring Bernard Horsfall as Colonel Whitaker, Garard Green as Sir Philip Gord, Raad Rawi as Prince Khalid, Farouk El-Damadash as Sheikh Mahmud, Geoffrey Hinsliff as Jack Entwistle, George Rubicek as Otto Smith, Ali Refaie as the Sheikh's messenger, and Mohammed Sultan as the palace guard. Produced by John Fawcett Wilson. We present The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted in 6 parts for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. The Doomed Oasis, Part 4.
Qahwa? Coffee, sir?
Oh, thank you. What's that?
Coffee, sir.
No, in the dish.
Ah, dates, sir. You like dates?
For breakfast?
Oh, for all time, sir. You try, please.
Yes, I will. Thank you. That was quite a storm we had last night, wasn't it?
Pardon me, please?
Storm. Last night.
Rih al-Shamal. All gone now. Sand every place.
I'm sure.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. Good morning, thank you.
النصراني قام من النوم يا كنب.
قول للشيخ محمود نصراني جرانت هنا.
فورا يا حضرة الكنب.
Morning, Grant.
Morning, Colonel. You had your storm, then?
It kept you awake, did it?
Most of the night, yes. Put the fear of God into me, quite frankly.
I've sent word to Sheikh Mahmoud that you're here with me. I think he ought to know.
Yes, I suppose so. These dates are delicious.
They're locally grown.
Oh.
But for how much longer? Without oil, there's no water. Without water, there's no dates, and ultimately no Sawalha.
That's something I could never have understood unless I'd seen it with my own eyes.
People see what they want to see, Mr. Grant. Mirages don't occur in the desert. They occur in the mind. But I'm intruding.
Oh, no, please.
I'll leave you to get dressed. You'll find water in the bowl.
But use it sparingly.
We'll make an Arab of you yet. Come down when you're ready.
The Colonel. He waits for you. In here, please.
Thank you.
Oh, Grant, come on in here.
Thank you, Colonel.
Do please sit down. On the carpet, Mr. Grant.
I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this.
It depends on how long you intend staying out here. Well?
As long as it takes me to sort out your son's affairs.
Why should that bring you to Sawalha at this precise moment?
It didn't. That was pure chance. But there are a lot of things I don't understand about David's death. And they all come back to Sawalha.
Inevitably.
And to you. Tell me, Colonel, did Sheikh Mahmoud know that David was surveying in the border area?
Not at first, no.
When did he find out?
When I told him.
You?
Have you come across Alexander Erkhard in your travels?
Yes, briefly.
He's general manager of Gulf Oman in Bahrain.
I know.
Well, at this particular moment in time, it could prove disastrous for Sawalha to let Erkhard even think that David might have been surveying anywhere but the general area where I'm drilling now.
And where's that?
Away from the disputed border area. Well inside Sawalha territory.
Do you think you'll find oil there?
I very much doubt it.
I see. And where David was drilling on the border...
I'm absolutely sure of it. I always have been.
Yes, of course. The so-called Whittaker theory.
Oh, you'll see. Holmes was proved right in Bahrain, and I'll be proved right in Sawalha once this border business has simmered down. But in the meantime, the best thing for Sawalha would be for me to persuade Gulf Oman to take the concession on my present drilling sites.
But you've just said there's no oil there.
I said I doubted it, Mr. Grant. I might be wrong.
Aren't you offering a very slim hope for a very large concession?
But Erkhard hasn't done too well out here. A new concession will do him no harm at all in London.
How does Sir Philip Gord fit into all this?
He doesn't. I wish to God I knew what he was doing out here.
I was told it was a general tour of inspection.
I don't believe that, not for 1 minute. To start with, that would never have taken him anywhere near the border area. Not unless he knew about David's location.
Oh, but he did...
How the hell did he get hold of them?
My fault, I'm afraid.
What?
He ransacked my briefcase when I was out of the room.
You should have had more damn sense.
Yes, I know that now. I'm sorry. I really am.
How did you come to have those locations in the first place?
David sent them to me.
Oh.
Before he disappeared. My instructions were to show David's survey reports to Sir Philip Gord and offer him the concession on the strength of them. If and only if Sir Philip signed the concession was I to give him the exact locations the reports referred to.
You mean David expected Philip to sign a concession agreement sight unseen?
Apparently.
Where is he now? Do you know?
Sir Philip? I don't know. I should imagine he went back to Bahrain.
Then it's quite possible they won't bump into each other.
Who won't?
Philip and Erkhard. Erkhard left Bahrain yesterday. He'll be safely in Sharjah by now.
How do you know?
Alex Erkhard's on his way here, Mr. Grant. To Refaie. To sign a concession agreement for my present test drillings.
Good God.
It's Prince Khalid. I wonder what he wants. Excuse me.
By all means.
Khalid. تريدني؟
نعم كونو. أبوي يريد يتكلم مع النصراني.
ايش يريد من النصراني؟
مفاوضة. في مندوب من عبد الزيد.
أقول النصراني يمشي معك.
شكرا.
Mr. Grant.
Yes?
Sheikh Mahmoud wants to see you.
When?
Now. He sent Khalid to fetch you. There's an envoy from the Emir of Had. Probably why the Sheikh wants to talk to you.
What about?
I don't know, but for God's sake, man, think before you speak.
I shall try not to speak at all. I don't have anything to say anyway.
Inshallah.
Salam alaikum, Mr. Grant.
Good morning.
Get in, please, Mr. Grant.
Thank you. By the way, why does your father want to see me? Do you know?
Yes. The Emir of Had has sent one of his sheikhs to make a demand for a new border.
Yes.
That is why my father wishes to see you.
I'm sorry, but how does that affect me?
My father would wish you to make an explanation to Sheikh Abdullah for why you and Mr. Entwistle were surveying on the border yesterday.
No. Mr. Entwistle was surveying, not me.
But you were with him, and he is not here to speak for himself.
This is difficult. I don't really know what to say.
If I may guide your thoughts.
Please?
Perhaps Mr. Entwistle was unsuccessful in his search for oil, do you think?
He was, as a matter of fact. Ah, I see. Your father wishes me to say there is no oil on the border with Had.
Yes.
I'm not a geologist, you know.
I know this, but Sheikh Abdullah does not. He believes you work for the Gulferman Company. You must understand, Mr. Grant, that my father does not believe that a few miles of sand is worth fighting for.
But if there were oil on the border, it could be Refaie's salvation, couldn't it?
And if we fight, it is my father's belief that Refaie will be destroyed before the oil can save us.
Yes. I see the dilemma. What's going on over there?
A mother mourns her son. When the men of Had blew up the village last night, my father sent men to make a reprisal. The men of Had were waiting in ambush. 4 of our people are dead. 2 more hurt.
Oh no, that's dreadful.
They have modern weapons, the men of Had. We have only the rifles of our fathers.
So it's true then about the Emir getting guns from Iraq?
You know this?
I was told, yes. As I was also told that David Whittaker was like a brother to Khalid, the son of Sheikh Mahmoud.
It is true.
And that Khalid, of all others in the world, would tell me exactly what happened to David.
Come. My father's waiting. Baba, Egypt Nasrani.
Come forward, please, Mr. Grant.
Your Highness.
You chose to stay in Refaie after all.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Please, be seated.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Grant, Sheikh Abdullah has come in peace from Abdulaziz bin Sultan Emir of Had to discover what were you doing on the border Yesterday.
We were being fired at by a gang of terrorists.
You were in a disputed area.
It is not disputed by my country, at least not as far as I am aware.
My neighbor of Had disputes the territory, Mr. Grant, and he is my brother before Allah, so I must listen to his claim.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Perhaps now you will tell Sheikh Abdullah why you were in the disputed border area.
Of course. I was taken there by Sir Philip Gord.
Sir Philip Gord was there?
Indeed, he was bringing me to Saraifa.
But Sir Philip Gord did not come to Saraifa.
No. He landed for a brief stop and left me with Mr. Entwistle of the Gulf Oman Company.
السيد فيليب لازم كان عارف عن الحفريات على الحدود فهي واضحة كسنام الجمل.
صبر يا شيخ عبد الله. احنا شفنا السنام وممكن هذا السنام يكون لجمل تاني.
Mr. Grant, Mr. Entwistle was drilling close to the border, yes?
I believe so, yes.
Why did Sir Philip Gord land with his airplane there?
I've no idea. I'm afraid I'm only a lawyer, not an oil man.
But Sir Philip is an oil man. If he has business on the border, that is only because there is oil there.
That's not the impression I got.
What do you mean, Mr. Grant?
Sir Philip Gord seemed very surprised to find Entwistle drilling there at all, as far as I could make out. He ordered him to take his survey truck to the location where Colonel Whitaker is drilling, where it would be some use.
شفت يا شيخ أحمد السنام كان في الحقيقة الجمل تاني.
هذا النصراني كذاب.
ما أظن بيقول الحقيقة.
I think you should leave us now, Mr. Grant. What we have to say now is better said in our own tongue between Sheikh Abdullah and myself.
Thank you. Your Highness, Sheikh Abdullah, it is an honor to have met you.
Goodbye, Mr. Grant.
بابا تريدني أن أبقى.
لا هذا مش ضروري. الشيخ عبد الله لازم هيعطينا كل التفاصيل على الاقتراحات اللي الشيخ عبد العزيز.
Mr. Grant.
Hello.
Mr. Grant, I just wanted to thank you.
What for?
For not telling the truth.
I'm a lawyer, Prince Khalid, and lawyers never tell lies.
But they do not always tell the whole truth.
Well,
I think maybe you're one very fine lawyer.
I only hope it helps.
Thank you.
What will happen now?
Sheikh Abdullah will ask for a new border which will put inside the Emirate of Had all the places where Mr. Entwistle was drilling.
And your father will agree?
He will not disagree. He will ask only for time to consider.
How much time have you got?
Mr. Erkhard of Gulferman comes to Saraifa today. If it is the will of Allah, he brings also a concession agreement with the company. Come, Mr. Grant. I would like to show you the date gardens of Saraifa.
Oh, what on earth is that?
Ah, you're awake.
Just. What's going on out there?
Going on? The noise, you mean? That is the sound of happiness, Mr. Grant. The concession agreement has been signed.
What? But that's marvellous. When? When was it signed?
10 minutes ago. By Hajj Whitaker and Mr. Erkhard. The news has travelled over Saraifa like the Shimal.
So what happens now?
Now there will be a great feast of celebration. They're preparing it already. You will come, of course.
Well,
You are invited. And my father would expect it.
Very well, then. Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. Grant.
Thank you.
I've been asked by my father to seat you at my right hand.
I'm honoured.
No, the honour is mine. Next to you is Mr. Erkhard. You know him?
Yes, we have met.
Good. Come. As you can see, Hajj Whitaker is at my father's right hand. He's our guest of honour.
He's earned it.
Sheikh Abdullah does not think so.
Is he here?
Of course. Our hospitality demands it.
Talk about a ghost at the feast.
Ghost at the... A very sad-faced ghost. Here's your place.
Thank you.
Mr. Grant.
Hello, Mr. Erkhard.
What are you doing here?
Same as you, I think. Come to join the celebration.
Where's Sir Philip Gord? Do you know?
No, I don't know, I'm afraid. I think he may have flown back to Bahrain.
Thank God for that.
Do sit, please, Mr. Grant.
Thank you. I don't think I've ever seen so much food.
It is always like this. There must be enough for all those to participate who cannot sit down at the feast.
Who's the old man in the corner? By the musician?
That is the court poet.
Oh.
He's to speak a poem in honor of the occasion.
عاد العراف بالورقات هتغطي الصحراء بالنباتات وتمر المية في القنوات فالتمر يثني النخلات ويعم الخير والبركات وإن شاء الله.
What is it?
I think we have more guests.
Good God.
Sir Philip Gord?
Yes.
What's he doing here?
Your Highness. I see you're feasting, may I ask why?
تفضل.
Well, Mr. Erkhard. There can be only one reason for you to be here. Am I to assume that you've signed a concession agreement?
That is right.
There can't be much else to celebrate in Refaie at the moment.
Is that not enough?
You are most welcome to join us, Sir Philip Gord.
Your Highness, I hope you're not party to some conspiracy.
I do not understand. I hear the words, Sir Philip Gord, but I do not understand them.
Then I shall try to make my meaning clear. Do you have the concession agreement here with you?
It is here.
Then may I see it?
Certainly. I think you will find that everything is in perfect order.
I sincerely hope so. Yes. And you actually signed this, Alex?
Of course. I am entitled to sign concession agreements, you know.
Yes, but not one like this. This isn't the standard company agreement, is it?
I don't know what you mean.
Under that agreement, the company is only granted the right to prospect. This piece of paper makes it a legal charge on the company to do so. And it covers the whole of Refaie, including the borderlands currently in dispute with Had. I suspected something like this was on the cards. You've been conned, Erkhard.
No, not at all.
Oh, yes, you have. You wouldn't be capable of dreaming up something like this. This has to be the other party's handiwork.
I'd like a word with you, Philip.
Good. I certainly want one with you, Charles.
In private?
No, here, in public. Yeah. We'll settle this thing once and for all. Is there, or is there not, oil where you are drilling at present?
Well, we're only down to 3,000 feet as yet.
You can drill down to 30,000 and you won't find oil, and you know it, Charles.
But I don't understand.
Of course you don't understand. You'd never understand a man like Whittaker in a million years.
But he is drilling with his own money. He has invested every penny he's got into this program.
Bait, Erkhard, bait. And you swallowed it hook, line, and sinker.
I don't believe it. No, I won't believe it.
Tell him, Charles. Tell him the truth for once.
Why did it have to be you, Philip? Why you, of all people?
Whittaker, come back.
Go to hell.
You bastard.
Leave him, Erkhard. Just leave him.
Give me that. So much for your agreement, Whittaker.
Mr. Erkhard, your company has signed an agreement to tear up the paper, and is not to say that the agreement no longer exists.
Then sue us. But if God is right, you will lose.
I have always trusted the British, Sir Philip Gord, and I have always trusted you. You have ever been my friend.
I still am, Your Highness. Believe me.
Then you will honor the agreement.
There is no agreement. Erkhard has done the only thing possible. I spent 2 hours with the political resident in Bahrain. He made my government's attitude abundantly clear. There can be no question of our company, or any other company for that matter, undertaking exploration in the disputed border territories. And I'm convinced that's the only place you'll find oil in Refaie.
Aha. Thank you, Sir Philip Gord.
Ah, Sheikh Abdullah, salam.
Alaykum as-salam. I'll be happy to inform Abdul Zaid bin Sultan that Allah in His wisdom has seen fit to guide His hand in drawing a permanent border between His emirate and the Sheikhdom of Refaie.
Sir Philip!
Grant. Sorry about the drama in there. Hope it hasn't spoiled your feast.
Well, you have rather put the cat amongst the pigeons.
By the way, what happened to Entwistle?
He got out last night.
Yes, he's got his head screwed on.
I think you ought to go and talk to Colonel Whitaker, Sir Philip.
Why?
You owe him that much.
I wouldn't serve any purpose. When you've just smashed a man's lifelong dream, he doesn't forgive you so easily. Especially someone like Charles.
Well, go anyway.
No, I have nothing to say to him. Believe me, I have tried. When I saw the political resident, I tried to persuade him to support us, at least politically. I showed him David's drilling reports, everything. But when he saw the locations, he just didn't want to know. Yeah, he's right, of course, we all know it. And Charles more than anyone.
And Sheikh Mahmoud?
Of course. He's nobody's fool. Is it true that you look after Charles's affairs in England?
I don't personally, but the practice does. Why?
I was just thinking. You're right about Charles. Someone's got to pick up the pieces.
That was certainly my feeling.
And you're probably the best person to do it.
Me?
But you're the only one who's not involved. Someone in your profession should at least be able to lend a sympathetic ear. Shouldn't they?
Well,
I'll be leaving at first light if you want to lift out of here.
Sir Philip?
What now?
What about my briefcase?
What? Oh, yes, you left it on the plane.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
My apologies about that.
I'd like it back, if you finish with it.
Oh, have a word with Otto. He'll get it for you.
Thank you.
Oh, and Grant.
Yes?
Tread carefully, if I were you. Things could get a little unpleasant. I know these people. They'll feel we've betrayed them.
Do you wonder?
No, but I understand. And don't forget, we leave at first light.
Hello? Colonel Whitaker?
Over here, Mr. Grant.
Ah. Yusuf said you were up here on the roof. I hope you don't mind.
I was half expecting Philip Gord. No, half hoping, actually.
Yes.
Do you think I should go back and talk to Philip?
I doubt if it would help.
These oil men just don't understand the Arab mentality. The problems of the Bedou sheikhs, the feuds, the vague boundaries that never mattered while they were no more than desert sands. Even Philip doesn't really understand the Arab, though he likes to think he does.
It's no longer just a local Arab problem, is it?
And Philip's concerned with the big picture. You don't have my son's survey reports in that briefcase of yours, by any chance?
Yes.
May I see them? Please, Mr. Grant. I am treading the same road as David now.
Very well.
Thank you.
The locations are in the second envelope.
Yes. I take it Jack Entwistle was running a check on these locations?
Yes.
What were the results, do you know?
Not really, no. He'd only just started when we were attacked.
Where was that?
Location C? Would that be it?
Yes. That's where I shall start, then.
Start what?
Drilling. What else?
But that's madness.
Probably. But I'm on my own now. Outside the company. Outside the pressures and the political ramifications.
Do you really believe that?
Of course I do. I can get away with it where the company never could.
Yes. Uh-oh. What now?
Those are Khalid's men.
يا حج وتكا بندور على النصراني الأمير خالد بده يتكلم معاك.
What's the problem?
It seems Khalid wants words with you, Grant. They've come to take you to him.
Do you think I should go?
I don't think you've any option. Don't worry, you're probably safer with Khalid than with me.
You think there's some danger?
Not in the way you mean, probably. But no Nasrani's going to be very popular tonight. You'd better go.
Very well.
Ahojai!
Salam. Wait, Prince Khalid. السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
أهو النصراني.
شكرا. جهز الجمال واستعدوا للحركة. Sorry to make trouble for you, Mr. Grant. You spoke with Hajj Whittaker?
Yes.
What will he do now?
I'm not terribly sure.
Please, Mr. Grant, I must know. It is important.
Yes, I can see it very well might be.
Will he desert us now when we need him most?
Quite the contrary. He will try to find oil for you. On the border with Had.
I have just spoken with my father. I understand more now what Hajj Whittaker's trying to do for Saraifa.
It might have been better if he'd told you himself.
Much better also if he had told David.
Yes, that too. But it's all hindsight now, isn't it?
You were a great friend to David Whittaker, no?
I helped him once when, as a solicitor, I possibly shouldn't have done.
Yes, he told me this. Will you come with me, Mr. Grant? To al-Samim?
Where's that?
A place in the desert. 2-3 days' ride from here.
Well, I don't know,
I urge you, Mr. Grant. You must come.
To do what?
To speak with David Whittaker.
David Whittaker? But he's dead!
Yes, but now it is time for him to be alive again. Come. احضروا الجمال. اركبوا.
That was part 4 of The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. Also featuring Bernard Horsfall as Colonel Whittaker, Raad Rawi as Prince Khalid, Farouk El-Demadash as Sheikh Mahmoud, Ali Refaie as Yusuf, Garard Green as Sir Philip Gord, John Malcolm as Alexander Erkhard, and Adam Hussein as Sheikh Abdullah. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Produced by John Fawcett Wilson. We present The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted in 6 parts for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. The Doomed Oasis, Part 5.
All right, Mr. Grant.
Gritting my teeth.
هذه دهيك قدامك. Oh, خفف.
What's the matter?
We're approaching the village of the Head. I collect men here to fight for my father, for Saraifa. Then we go on to find David Whittaker.
Assuming he is still alive?
I have told you, Mr. Grant, he is alive. It is just as we planned.
Planned what? Whoa! Whoa, damn you!
Hiya! Hiya!
Hiya! Hiya! You mean you planned all that nonsense about David being missing, dying in the wilderness?
For a long time.
But why?
I shall try to explain, Mr. Grant, but later. Now I must greet our brothers of the Head.
Are they your people?
The people of Sheikh Hassan. They hold this village for Saraifa. The hawk-faced one with the polished rifle, that is Sheikh Hassan.
I'm glad he's on our side.
A fierce warrior and a good friend. Come, he is waiting to make us welcome.
الشيخ حسن يبغي يحكي مع الأمير خان.
قول للشيخ أنا جاي رأسا بعد ما أكلم مع مستر جرانت.
حاضر. طال عمرك يا أمير خان.
Now, where was I?
You were telling me what you and David had planned to do.
Ah, yes. When Hajj Whittaker asked my father to bring David back from the border, I took 2 men and rode to warn him.
Why?
He had been surveying on the disputed border. It would have been dangerous for him and Saraifa if the Emir of Had found him on that border, so we,
Created a diversion?
Created a diversion, yes. We went with David and his truck into the Rubb al-Khali. And when the truck had no more petrol, we left it there, in the desert.
Well, I don't know. I can see why he had to get away from the border, but why pretend to be dead?
David wanted the concession agreement for his survey to be taken by the Gulferman Company. The company has more power than one man. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
He hoped the chance was better for Sir Philip Gord to sign the concession if David was thought to be dead.
On the grounds that a legacy would seem less suspicious than an unsolicited gift.
Yes.
سمو لم يقطع العمرك لو سمحت.
يا سليم ما تقطعني.
والله أنا متأسف ولكن جايب أخبار مو زينة.
شو الحاصل؟
الحج ويتكر عماله بيحفر على الحدود. هالساعة رجال عبد الزيد عم بيتحركوا على الصريفة. دمروا فلج واحد ولازم ترجع مع رجال الشيخ حسن بسرعة.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. حيا. It's time to go, Mr. Grant.
But we've only just arrived.
The messenger is from my father. Hajj Whittaker has moved his drilling rig to the border area.
To David's location?
Yes.
That'll put the cat amongst the pigeons.
He has already brought the wrath of Abdul Zayd upon us. Another Falaj has been destroyed.
Oh, no.
My father has ordered me to return to Saraifa with all the men Sheikh Hassan can spare.
I see. What about me?
You must go on to meet David, Mr. Grant. You are his friend. You must make him go to his father. Hajj Whittaker must be stopped from drilling on the border.
That might be a tall order.
David must make him stop. The time for drilling is past, Mr. Grant. Now it is time to fight.
I'll try, Khalid. But don't expect too much.
It is enough that you try. Salim, روح حضر الجمال.
طيب حالا.
وجيب ملابس للفرنجي.
طيب.
بسرعة. Mr. Grant.
Yes.
Tell David.
What?
Tell David that it is possible I do not see him again. Tell him he is forever my brother, and the Emir Abdul Zayd forever my enemy. My enemy unto death.
Do you think it'll come to that?
Perhaps. I do not know. We will buy our water with our blood, if that is necessary. It has always been so. Blood or water. One or other will be wasted.
طال عمرك الجمال عم بجهزوها وانا جبت لك هذول. هلا شيء مش جديد لكن
كفاية. Here, Mr. Grant. These clothes are for you. The abaya, the kafiyah, and the igal.
You want me to wear these?
It is wiser that you look like one of us now. You're going where few Farangi have ever been. Salim will take you there.
Just Salim?
I cannot spare more men, and Salim is the only one here who knows his way through the quicksands.
Quicksands?
Samim, quicksand. Okay, Salim, okay.
I'm reassured. How long is this going to take?
To get to Samim? From here, 2 days' ride. Are you afraid to go?
You could say that, but I don't see any alternative.
Then go in peace, my friend. Fi aman Allah.
Hey! Okay!
Hiya!
Yeah. Eat.
Thank you.
Drink?
Please. But this is milk.
Camel milk.
Where'd you get it from? Where from? Camel milk.
From camel?
Ask a silly question.
That camel.
Yes?
Mother camel. Milk inside. Milk inside. Milk inside camel.
How much further to Al-Samim? Al-Samim. 1 day more?
1 day. Sleep now.
Eat first.
Eat.
It's very good.
Eat, drink, sleep. Right? 1 day. Samim.
Then we'll be up to our necks in it, I suppose. Quicksands.
Quicksands. Quicksands. من هنا نمشي على رجلينا. ها يا الله. امشي الساعة.
Oh, you mean walk? We have to walk?
Walk. أيوة. امشي الساعة.
Right. Is this Al-Samim?
Samim.
Quicksand?
Huh? Here, quicksand. There, quicksand. All quicksand.
Oh, no.
Walk now, quicksand.
Oh, God. What have I let myself in for?
Come.
Come on, you stupid animal! Come on! Oh, and I thought mules were supposed to be stubborn.
Okay.
Ecstatic.
Rest now.
What? Here?
Here, not quicksand. All quicksand. Here, okay. Rest.
Now what? What's that for? What on earth did you do that for? Gun. Fire gun.
Here, Samim. Okay?
Don't bother. I suppose you know what you're doing.
Sleep now. Okay?
Yes, I suppose so. Sleep now.
Salim. ايش سليم؟ أنا
والله أهلا السلام عليكم.
سلام اش من شافك.
وانت أهلا وسهلا فيك. إن شاء الله بخير.
حد معك؟
أيوة في واحد فرنجي.
Salim? Is anything wrong?
No, we're friends.
Who on earth?
I understand you bring news from Prince Khalid.
David Whittaker?
Yes?
Thank God. I thought I'd never see you again. I thought you were dead.
George Grant.
Who else?
God, I don't believe it. What the hell are you doing out here?
I'm not quite sure myself.
Of all people.
Of all places.
Just a minute. Hamid, Ali, Aman, Ta'alu.
You're not alone then?
No. George, this is Hamid.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
And this is Ali bin Maktoum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Well, come on, let's move. My camp isn't far from here. We can talk on the way.
Right.
ماشيين للمعسكر.
واحنا كمان جايين معاكم. ايش اللي صار في البلد يا سليم؟
I still can't get over seeing you here in the middle of the desert. What brought you here?
Khalid asked me to come.
No, I mean here in the Middle East.
Well, after your letter and the will, I had to if I was to follow your instructions.
Why?
Sir Philip Gord's out here on an extended tour of inspection.
Have you seen him yet?
Yes. I offered him the concession as per your instruction.
And?
He turned it down.
He wouldn't sign?
I'm afraid not.
Huh. So all this has been for nothing?
Not necessarily. Not if it brings you and your father together for Refaie.
It's not as easy as that.
No, but it is necessary. Khalid thinks so at least.
Oh, yes. Salim says you have a message from Khalid.
A lot of messages. And news. None of it very good, I'm afraid.
Never is these days. Here we are. Home, sweet home.
Good God. Is that where you've been living?
For the past 6 weeks. We'll rest up tonight, move out in the morning, to join forces with my father. That's if you know where he is.
If Khalid's right, he's probably on the border by now, drilling on your locations.
What?
I'm afraid so.
He's crazy. That'll start a war.
It's already started.
Come on. You can tell me the whole story. We'll move out at first light.
How much further, David?
If my father's where you say he is,
We should be there shortly after nightfall.
He said he'd start where you left off. Location C.
Madness. Absolute madness.
He said much the same thing about you.
Whoa! Whoa!
What's the matter? Shh! What's that?
Hyena.
Here, in the desert?
جاي من البير التاسع لفرج مهدا. أدري.
What's he say?
The 9th well of the Mada Falaj is over in that direction.
So?
I don't know.
What's that?
Let's go and find out. Come on. Dear God.
It's like a slaughterhouse.
Yes. You all right?
No. But don't worry about me. Are these your people?
What's left of them? God, it was a bloody massacre. Must have been an ambush. They got caught in a crossfire. Never had a chance.
No.
Not a chance. Kalashnikovs against their old Lee Enfields.
There are some survivors over there.
No, more likely they heard the shooting and came over to investigate like us, and arrived too late.
حامد حامد
بنت سليمان شو صار؟
أبونا أخويا قتلوا أبونا
قتلوا أبونا؟ ويلاه قتلوا أبونا؟
قتلوا أبونا
الكلاب قتلوا أبونا
قتلوا أبونا
Allah yirhamu.
What's going on?
Allah yirhamu. Hamid's brother, Bin Suleiman, he's just found their father's body. What a waste. What a bloody futile waste.
David.
What?
By the well. Isn't that your father?
What's he doing here? Come on.
Colonel Whittaker?
Ah, so you've decided to return from the dead, have you?
As you see, Father. What are you doing here?
We were on your location C, heard the shooting, got over here as fast as we could. We were too late.
You must have known something like this would happen when you moved to the border.
I was only trying to achieve what you couldn't, to save Saraifa.
I wonder.
Too late now, David, for both of us.
Well, actually, Colonel, Khalid asked David to come to see
Khalid's
you.
dead.
What?
He died here in this squalid little ambush.
Where?
We buried him an hour ago, what was left of him. Abdul Zaid's men looted the bodies, stripped them, and left them for the hyenas.
Oh, God.
It's the same all over Saraifa. The emirs laid waste to all the phalanges. The waters stopped running.
What will Sheikh Mahmoud do? Super
Sheikh
peace?
Mahmoud's dead.
What?
I told you, David, it's too late. Saraifa's finished.
So what are you going to do now, Father?
Carry on drilling, of course. What else is there?
Then you'll have to do a deal with the Emir. There's no way he'll let you carry on now. Or is there?
What?
Saraifa finished. It's too late, that's what you said. You've written it off. Unless you've already done a deal with him. You have, haven't you? You bastard!
David!
Well, haven't you?
When are you going to grow up,
And I
boy?
thought you were the one person who could see the real issues. All these years I admired you and your political acumen, and in the end all it comes down to is an old man's obsession with his own place in history.
How dare you!
No, how dare you! All you really care about is to prove your precious theory, to ram it down Sir Philip Gord's throat and to hell with Saraifa.
There's oil down there, I know there's oil. I've known for years.
If this is the price you're prepared to pay, I want no part of it. Come on, George. Before I throw up.
Look, perhaps we should sit down and try to think this thing through.
I have thought it through. I have sat for 6 weeks at Amal Samim thinking it through. And I don't want the name of Whittaker in the history books if it means Saraifa being rubbed off the map. Are you coming, George?
In a moment. I'm sorry, Colonel. I don't know what else to say.
There's nothing you can say, Grant. I had my loyalties too. David doesn't understand that. But now Sheikh Mahmoud's dead, and I'm free to do what I should have done in the first place.
Will that help? Now?
We're all set to spud in and start drilling. When I bring in the first discovery well, all this nonsense between Had and Saraifa will be seen in perspective.
You don't really believe that?
Somebody once said, give me a lever and a point to rest it on, and I'll move the earth. Right now, the oil is the only lever we've got.
I hope you're right, Colonel Whittaker. I hope you're right.
Try and make David see it that way. Talk sense into him. Together we might still salvage something.
Salim? هات مايا نحتاج لكل نقطة.
طيب متى حنمشي نحن؟
10 دقايق. علي هات حميد. Min Yerid Yeji Mana. Are you all set, George?
Yes. What are you going to do now?
Take what men I can, and hit Abdul Zaid where it hurts most.
How do you mean?
His water supply, George. I'm going to cut off the water supply to Had.
But, David!
It's easier than you think. Had, the town of Had, draws all its water from 2 artesians. I'm going to blow them up.
What?
I mean it.
You'll never get away with it.
We damn well will.
Even so, it's only a gesture. They'll be without water for what, 24 hours or so?
Not if we stop them repairing the wells.
Yes, but how?
By shooting anyone who tries.
You're crazy.
There's a little fort called Jebel al-Akbar, which overlooks the township of Had. It's deserted now, but very defendable. Whoever holds that fort holds the town in the palm of his hand.
And the 2 wells?
And the 2 wells. One's just outside the town, the other's in the gardens of the Emir's palace.
How long do you think you could hold out?
As long as it takes to bring Abdul Zaid to his knees, or his senses.
Well...
If I can deny him water for long enough, I'll force him to make some sort of public declaration which recognises the existing border between Refaie and Had.
Yes, but will that be enough?
No. No, we need to raise an international stink, George, and that's where you come in.
Me? Why me?
Because you're an outsider. And I need an eyewitness, somebody who will get out and tell the world what we're doing, what we're trying to do.
You want me to come with you?
Yes. Got to see it at first hand, or no one will believe your story. They'll dismiss it as hearsay.
What have I let myself in for?
You'll do it then?
At least you're offering me a ticket out.
I'll get you to the coast. I've got to.
حامد جاب بن سليمان معه بس مش حيجي غيره الحج وتكر منحهم كلهم.
Oh well. At least the water will last longer.
What's the matter?
Hamid's bringing his brother, Bin Sulayman. It's a blood feud with them now. Eye for an eye.
You mean they're all that's coming?
Plus Salim and young Ali, me, you. My father won't let anybody else join us.
4 men and a boy, dear God.
Horatius kept the bridge with less. Yalla! Ya Kabu! In need Nimshi! Up you get, George. Fit!
Till this camel starts moving.
Allah Akbar!
Allah Akbar!
Hiya! Inizlu Nistari. Hina. We'll rest up here for an hour or so, George. We don't want to get to Had before dusk.
What happens if we're recognised?
We won't be. Anyway, they'll think we're travellers from Bahrain heading for the coast.
Ah.
We should be able to see the town from this ridge. Through binoculars. Come on. I'll show you. Right. Get down, George.
Right.
Yes. Yes, now you can't quite see the town. But that's the fort over there. Here. Here, have a squint.
Thanks.
You see? High up on the rocks there.
Got it. Yes. I can see what you mean about dominating the town.
And there was trouble here some years ago. The Truchel-Oman scouts moved into the fort, and that was the end of it.
Yes, but we're not the Truchel-Oman scouts. We're a ragtag and bobtail bunch with 6 rifles between us.
And 2 cases of ammunition.
What?
And a case of hand grenades.
Where?
On the pack camel, with the explosives.
Explosives? You had this all worked out, you and Khalid.
Only as a last resort.
But you've planned what you're going to do?
Yes. We'll mine the wells under cover of darkness. Use the confusion to set ourselves up in the fort. If I leave Salim and the boy to look after the camels, Hamid and Bin Sulayman will deal with the well in the palace garden. They're less likely to arouse suspicion.
And the other well?
What do you know about Gelignite, George?
Not a lot.
Perhaps this is as good a time as any to start learning. Come on, George. Okay, let's go.
There's still people about.
They're not from Had, they're Bedu like us. Come on.
Now?
Yes. And relax.
I'm trying to.
We're just going to drink water from the well, for God's sake. It's perfectly natural. Now, just draw up half a bucket.
What?
Draw up the bucket.
Oh, right.
And don't rush it. Right. Hold it there. I'll reach in and take it out. Try and mask me with your body.
Right.
Got it. Now, pull the bucket up and drink.
Right.
Hang it out as long as you can. Nearly there. Detonators.
Right here. David.
What?
There's a little boy coming across.
Don't encourage him. Look somewhere else.
Yes, but he's looking at you.
Okay. All finished. Empty the bucket over my head.
What?
Go on. Okay. All finished. Now, start walking away.
But the boy...
Never mind the boy. Just keep that wire on the blind side while I reel it out.
Okay.
Fine. Now, where's the boy?
Standing by the well. David, we can't.
You take the wire and run it behind the rock. Leave the boy to me. تقطع تساعدني مهم جدا.
مين أنا؟
نعم سير بيني وبينك.
زين حاضر.
يلا ورا حجارة. شو اسمك؟
علي بن مصطفى.
This is Ali bin Mustafa, George.
Salam.
Ali is going to fire the charge for us.
He's going to... What?
Let's strike one. Hold on, Hamid. Now, عيد للخمسة وإكبس.
هذا الزر؟
أيوة. وطي راسك. ابدأ بلاد مصطفى. ببطأ.
1.
He's going to count to 5.
2.
وطي راسك مصطفى.
3.
Hey, down, George.
4. 5.
Well, it's given them something to think about.
What's the shooting?
Frustration, mainly. Good way of relieving the tension.
Still no sign of the camels.
Where the hell have they got to? What's Salim up to? Where is he? Hamid! Hamid, انت وسليمان اربطوا جمل.
ليش مش مربوطين يا أخي؟ ليش مش مربوطين؟
ما أعرف. بسرعة! Grab the reins, George.
Come here! Oh, my God.
What's the matter?
It's Salim. His throat's been cut.
Ali. It's Ali. He's over here.
Is he all right?
He's alive. Just. معلش علي. معلش.
جنود الأمير. جنود الأمير. الكلاب.
Anything I can do to help?
Not now. He's dead. Murdering bastards.
Who did it?
He said it was the Emir's Askari against an old man and a boy.
هيا 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 ما في وقت هيا.
Yes, mount up, George. The sooner you're on the way, the better. I'll just transfer one of your water bags to my camel.
Take them both.
Don't be silly, you need 3 days' supply at least. Hamid, روح أنت. أنا جاي.
وهو كذلك. هيا 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 هيا.
I'll put you on the right track.
Good.
Now, just keep heading due north. Right. You'll come to the coast. We're still in the northern hemisphere, so just keep the pole star in front of your nose.
Supposing they come after me?
We'll make sure they don't. Just you make sure we get publicity, that the right people know what we're doing here and why. I don't mind dying, but I'd hate to die for nothing.
I'll do my best.
Off you go, then. Hiya!
Hiya! Hiya! Hiya!
Keep going north!
Hiya! Hiya!
That was part 5 of The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. Also featuring Bernard Horsfall as Colonel Whitaker, Raad Rawi as Prince Khalid, Christopher Garard as David Whitaker, George Masri as Salim, Ali Refaie as bin Suleiman and Ali bin Maktoum, Memdu Ashur as Hamid, and Yasmin Abdul Rahman as the Arab boy. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Produced by John Fawcett Wilson. present The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted in 6 parts for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. The Doomed Oasis, Part 6.
يا موسى اسمع ايش هذا؟ جمال قادم جمال هذا جمال مين هذا؟ والله لابس عقال وهابي انت مين وعايز ايه؟
Hajj Whittaker. Is he here?
الفرنجي بيريد الحج ويتكر.
Do you understand? I want to see Hajj Whittaker.
حج ويتكر؟ ايوه
ليش دوشة؟ مين هناك؟
Thank God. Colonel Whittaker?
Grant? Is that you?
Yes.
I'd never have recognized you. You look all in. Inter Sardo.
ايوه يا كولونيل. انزل رجلك هنا.
على مخلوق.
Foot here.
Thank you. Salam.
عليكم السلام.
Come into the tent, Grant. You can rest in here. Yusuf, Sardo.
طيب يا كولونيل.
Water?
Yes, thank you.
Have you eaten?
No, not since yesterday morning.
Yusuf, هات أكل لله فرنجي.
طيب يا كولونيل.
Do you feel up to telling me what this is all about?
Actually, I thought I was heading for the coast, for Bahrain. And I heard the sound of an oil drill. I wondered if it might be you.
You were lucky it was. This is no time for anyone to be wandering around this part of the border on his own.
No.
What's happened to David? Well?
He's cut the Emir of Had's water supply. He's blown up the 2 supply wells.
What?
That's where I left him 2 days ago.
In Had?
In the fort at Jebel al-Akbar. It overlooks the town of Had.
I know that, Grant. But sending you out into the desert alone, the boy must be mad.
Someone had to get out with the news. Salim's dead. And young Ali.
So who's with him now? Anyone?
Just the 2, Hamid and bin Suleiman.
Damn fool. He should have got out as soon as he'd blown up the wells. He'd made the grand gesture. Wasn't that enough?
No. It's too late for a gesture.
What's got into the boy? Does he want to make a martyr of himself?
كولونيل طعام للأفرنجي رز بلحم الجبل هذا اللي تبقى مننا.
Shukran, Yusuf. You'd better eat something. And then you can rest. I need time to think.
Colonel! What's going on?
Woken up, have we, then?
Who's that?
Bill Gooch, CO of the Trucial Oman Scouts. I raised him on the radio, gave him your news.
Hello, Charles.
Bill!
This the fellow you were talking about?
Grant, yes.
Bill Gooch, Trucial Oman Scouts.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Grant, I need an up-to-date briefing on the situation in Had. That's why I'm here.
Signor Grant.
Ruffini?
Who the hell's that?
Italian journalist.
My God, that's all we need.
Signor Grant, I'm so happy to see you. How are you,
I'm still here, Ruffini. A bit shop soil, but still here. Have you met Colonel Whittaker?
The famous Hajj Whittaker. I'm pleased to meet you, Colonello.
How do you do?
Molto lieto, Sandro Ruffini.
What on earth are you doing here, Ruffini?
I'm under arrest, Signor Grant.
Under escort, Ruffini.
The British don't want Ruffini in Bahrain. They don't want him near Saraifa or Had.
You're not under arrest, I keep telling you.
Listen, Signor Grant, I told you in Bahrain, I think you are sitting on a story. Now it's true, eh?
I'd quite like to hear what he has to say myself, Ruffini, if you don't mind.
Well, it's quite simple, really. You probably know most of it anyway.
Only that young David's gone and blown up the wells at Had.
Damn fool.
The Emir deserved it after what he's done to Saraifa.
Yes, all right, Grant. But what's the situation with David now?
I told you, Bill, the boy set up camp in Jebel al-Akbar.
He's up there in the fort with 2 of his men.
For what purpose?
He intends to shoot anyone who attempts to repair the wells.
Good God.
I told you, Bill, the boy's mad.
Well, he can't keep that up for long. Not without water.
Certo.
He's got water. And he's got ammunition, 2 crates of it.
Yes. You know, Charles, with water and ammunition, 3 men could hold that fort forever.
Tell me, why the Colonello son does this? He will be killed in the end. And for what, eh? For what?
Tit for tat, Ruffini. The Emir of Had has cut off Saraifa's water supply. Now David is going to do the same to Had. Deny them water until the Emir publicly acknowledges the existing border between Had and Saraifa.
Fantastic.
Has anyone yet appraised the Emir of David Whittaker's ultimatum?
Not as far as I know.
He'll find out soon enough. Just as soon as I file this story, Ruffini's byline will be on the front pages of the world tomorrow. If you will excuse me, I would like a few private explanations from Signor Grant.
By all means.
Come, Signor Grant.
Excuse me.
Explain to me this business about the fortress.
That boy of yours, Charles. He's going to get himself killed if someone doesn't do something about it.
Can't you do something? I mean, yours is the only real authority here.
Yes, but I'm not allowed to use it.
The political resident is absolutely adamant. We mustn't get involved. I can't say I blame him in the circumstances.
Then what do you expect me to do?
Well, you must have some influence with Emir, surely.
No.
Well, no contact at all?
Well, not really. Though if the political resident were to authorize me to negotiate a settlement in the border dispute...
Out of the question, Charles, and you know it.
Yeah.
Pity. The boy's got guts.
He's got the impatience of youth, damn him.
Impetuosity, Charles. You had it too at his age. Damn it, Charles, your whole reputation was built on situations like this.
That's all in the past.
The Bedou still sing songs about you.
Oh, maybe.
But I'll tell you something, Charles. If that boy of yours holds out for even a week, he's the one who'll go down in desert history. It's him they'll be singing songs about. I'm sorry I can't take you with me, Grant. There just isn't enough room.
Just get Ruffini to Sharjah, Colonel, and I'll be happy.
We have an arrangement with one of your English newspapers. They will print your David Whittaker story. Tomorrow the world will read about it. It's a promise.
Thank you, Ruffini, thank you.
Oh, Charles?
Yes?
I'm going to suggest to the political resident that the answer might be a mediator of some sort. What do you think, Grant?
Well, yes, I suppose it might.
Good. You'd be ideal.
Me?
Young Whittaker obviously trusts you, and to the Emir you'll be a disinterested third party.
Wouldn't Colonel Whittaker be a better choice?
I'm not sure my own son would trust me.
Well, I'm not...
Accept! It would be good.
For a follow-up story for you?
Yes, and to give your son publicity, Colonel, eh? Or perhaps that does not please you.
Damn you.
Arrivederla, Signor Grant. Accept the offer, please.
Well, Grant?
Well, I've come this far.
Good. If the political resident approves, I'll be sending a company of scouts to the border. I'll get Captain Berry to pick you up here en route. Is that all right?
Is that Chuck Berry?
Why, do you know him?
I've met him.
So much the better. Goodbye, then. Good luck. You too, Charles.
Questions were raised in the House of Commons this evening about reports that a British citizen was among those allegedly besieged in the fortress of Jebel al-Akbar in the Arab Emirate of Had. The Foreign Secretary replied that he had as yet received no official confirmation of the story and promised the House that inquiries would be made as a matter of some urgency. The Minister of Employment received a delegation of trade unionists. Well, it seems your wretched Italian pal got his story out.
So it would appear.
Much good it'll do, David. It'll all be hushed up. You'll see.
Maybe.
He's been there 6 days and it's still only a rumour. How much longer can he hold out?
As long as it takes. Anyway, thanks for letting me listen to the radio.
يا حجي واتك
ايش فيه؟
العساكر جايين.
What is it, Colonel?
The Trucial Scouts. And in strength by the look of it.
That's marvellous.
Is it?
Of course it is. At least something's happening.
Is that the fellow Bill was sending for you?
Berry? Yes, it is. Hello there, Chuck.
George Grant?
Yes.
Good God.
What's the matter?
Have you seen yourself lately? I hardly recognise you.
Oh, a lot's been happening since I last saw you.
I heard. Anyway, Colonel Gooch told me to pick you up.
So the political resident has accepted Grant as a go-between?
Well, no, sir, not yet.
You don't know Colonel Whittaker, Chuck?
No.
Colonel Whittaker, this is Captain Chuck Berry.
How do you do?
I've heard a lot about you, sir.
And a lot more about my son, no doubt.
Yes, you must be very proud of him, sir. You're drilling?
Why else would I be here?
Well, in the circumstances... Still, I suppose you know what you're doing.
Yes, I do.
Yes, well, you fit, George?
Ready when you are.
Come on, then. Goodbye, Colonel. Pleased to have met you.
Goodbye, Colonel. And good luck.
It's too late, Grant. They'll all be killed.
Come on, George. We've got a lot of sand to cover. You know, George, that's a man I've always wanted to meet.
Colonel Whittaker?
Yes. I'm surprised he's left this to his son, I must say. After what's happened in Sawalha these past few days, I'd have thought a man like that would be out raising the desert tribes against the Emir instead of digging a dirty great hole in the sand. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd better report in that I've got you on board.
Hello, Zero. This is India 1, over.
Hello, India 1. This is Zero. Send, over.
We have just collected our passenger and are en route for our stakeout. All call signs present and correct. Estimated time of arrival 20-30 hours, over.
Roger, India 1. Report on arrival at your stakeout. Over.
India 1, roger and out. Well, this is it, George. This is as far as we go.
Why?
Technically, we're slap on the frontier with Had. We don't cross it until I'm given the OK. Nothing to stop us looking, though. Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
We'll set up camp here, right?
Sir.
Oh, it's nice to stretch my legs.
Yes. That's the town of Had down there.
Ah, yes.
Here, take the glasses.
Thanks. The place looks dead, doesn't it?
It's always like that.
Captain Berry, sir. Colonel Gooch is on the radio for you.
Coming. Now we'll find out which way the wind is blowing. Thank you. Hello, Nina. This is India 1. Send over.
Hello, India 1. This is Nina. Sunray speaking. I've just come from the political resident. The Emir has agreed for you to go on the flag of truce to Jebel Al-Akbar to negotiate with Whittaker. Roger so far.
India 1, roger.
Mr. Grant may proceed across the border to the fort at dawn tomorrow in figures 1 Land Rover, carrying a white flag. The Emir offers Whittaker and his men safe conduct to the border if, I repeat, if and only if, they surrender themselves to your custody.
David won't wear that.
Roger, Nina. George Grant is of the opinion that such an offer will not prove acceptable, I repeat, not acceptable to Whittaker. Over.
It's up to Grant to damn well persuade him. Young Whittaker's lucky to get the chance of getting out with a whole skin.
India 1, roger and out.
I'm sorry, Chuck. There's no way David will come out with us. Not in a million years.
We've got to give him the chance. Try and make him see reason. Like old Gooch says, it's his only chance to get out with a whole skin.
But I don't think David's worried about his own skin. Oh, good as though we're driving through a minefield.
I know what you mean. God for the white flag. You can't help but admire young Whittaker's tactical appreciation. 3 men and they've got the whole town by the short and curlies.
I think that's the gate into the fort, what's left of it.
Hand grenade. Must have been Whittaker's. The gate's blown outwards, see?
Yes.
They must have rushed him, or tried to.
My God. He must have killed a dozen of them.
At least. The price of war, George.
Hope David's all right.
We'll soon find out. You'd better give them a shout. Let them know we're friendly.
Right.
And keep your head down, just in case.
Oh, God, the stench!
Get on with it.
David! David Whittaker! It's me, George Grant! David!
Hang on.
What do you think?
It's too quiet. I don't like it.
David! Hamid! Bin Suleiman? Anyone? It's me! George Grant!
Up there.
David! Thank God!
George? What are you doing here?
I brought Captain Berry of the Trucial Scout.
Hi, you all okay?
Hamid's a bit weak. A rock splinter from a ricochet. Bin Suleiman's leg smashed. Can't move, but he can still shoot. Bloody well, too.
And you?
All right.
The Emir has given Grant permission to negotiate with you.
The Emir says that if you leave with us now, he guarantees you safe passage to the border.
Anything to get us out of here. He's getting desperate.
Well, he's losing face, that's for sure.
Good. Then he's ready to recognise the border with Refaie.
Come out, David. You've done all a man can do.
Not yet, George. Not until that little bastard recognises the border as it stands. You shouldn't have come back, George. You should have gone to Sharjah. That's what we agreed. Tell the world. Otherwise we'll achieve Nothing.
But it's done, David, it's done. I gave the whole story to a journalist. He got it out. It's front page news, David. Believe me. Questions in the house, all that.
Thank God. The authorities will have to act. It's only a question of time.
For God's sake, you've made your point now, David. There's no question about that. You can leave now. You've won.
No. No, George. Not until it's all signed and sealed.
But look, that might take a while. You can't hold out here indefinitely.
We'll survive. We have to.
But David, listen to reason.
It's no good, George. You're not going to move him.
No, you're right.
How much water have you got up there?
Not too much. But we'll manage.
You'd better take our water bottles. George.
Oh, yes.
Thanks. Here. Can you reach?
Got it. Thanks. That's given us a few more days.
What about food?
We got plenty.
بيحاولوا يسحبوا من الخلف. ظنوا إننا ما نراهم.
The bloody Emir was trying to use you as a diversion, the bastard. I must get back. And you'd better go too, before they forget your flag of truce.
He's got a point, actually. Come on.
Thanks, George, for everything. And you too, Captain.
Good luck!
Allah Akbar.
Come on, George. There's nothing more we can do here. Let's get back to the front here. Good morning.
Hello there, Chuck. Well, how goes it?
Just running the glasses over the town.
Anything happened down there?
No, it's quiet all round, in the town and the fort. Whole place is like a morgue.
I hope David's all right. It's been 3 days.
Hold on, there's something going on.
What?
Difficult to say from this range. There's a lot of riders and camels milling around by the Emir's palace.
Another raid on the fort, do you think?
Not on camels. Hang on. They're moving off. Here, you look.
Thanks. Interesting.
What?
I think they might be heading in our direction.
Captain Barry, sir! Helicopter coming! Pilot says Colonel Gooch on board!
Thank you.
Sir!
Sergeant Rashid!
Sir!
Take the glasses, keep an eye on that party of riders down there.
Yes, sir!
See if you can work out what they're up to.
Very good, sir.
What brings Colonel Gooch out here in such a rush, I wonder?
Well, we're either going in or pulling out altogether. Good God, who on earth?
Ruffini! That's the journalist who got David's story out.
Then the odds are that we are going in.
Good! Ruffini! Thanks for getting the story out. It's really stirred things up.
Berry, I'm assuming command forthwith.
Very good, sir.
What's happening, Colonel?
The balloon's gone up, Grant.
The Emir of Had has attacked the Colonel Whittaker's drilling rig. Destroyed it. Poof! Many people are killed.
And Charles Whittaker is missing.
Missing?
Yes. We've searched the whole area, but there was no trace of him.
So, what happens now?
And that, I think, depends on London, eh, Colonel?
Well, they certainly won't allow some blasted little Emir to go around smashing up British oil rigs. Particularly one that's on Saraifa's sovereign territory.
Saraifa's sovereign territory? That means the politicians are backing Saraifa's claims.
No, Grant. They're backing international law.
But it amounts to the same thing.
Possibly. Anyway, Sir Philip Gord's been raising hell in Bahrain, and the Gulf Oman Development Company's been raising it everywhere else.
But what's this got to do with Gulf Oman? They've no interest in Saraifa, not now.
Well, I don't know where you got that idea. There is a signed concession agreement between Gulf Oman and Saraifa.
I don't think so, Colonel.
I'm sorry, Grant, I've seen it.
You can't have done it. It was torn up.
Erkhard showed me a copy in Bahrain only yesterday.
I see.
Excuse me, sir, but what's the form now? Are we going in?
Yes, Berry. Just as soon as the political resident gives the word.
Captain Barry, sir. Camel column is heading this way. 'Tis the Emir Abdul Zaid bin Sultan.
Excuse me, sir. All units stand by your weapons. Prepare to engage, but await my command. I repeat, await my command.
Well, it seems that events aren't going to wait for the political resident after all.
Very friendly, do they?
You're judging by appearances, Grant.
Stay where you are, come no further.
If they rush us now...
They won't. They hate armoured vehicles.
That one, is he the Emir?
Yes, the Emir Abdul Zaid bin Sultan, in all his glory.
Ah.
I come in peace, unarmed.
Thank God he's come to parley. All right, Berry.
Sir, you may come forward, Your Highness.
Right, Berry. Stand your ground and cover me.
Very good, sir.
Your Highness. Salam.
Alaikum as-salam.
I also come in peace, Your Highness. What is it you wish to say to me?
Nasrani murderers.
I beg your pardon?
Nasrani murderers. Why are you here?
To protect the peace, Your Highness.
30 of my people are dead, and you come here armed to protect the peace.
Many innocent people of Sawalha are also dead. We have come here to ensure that no more will die, on either side.
And what of those in the fortress of Jabal al-Akbar? Are they also not to die? They have murdered my people. But I forget. They have only killed a few Arabs. It does not matter about Arabs.
You know that is not true, Your Highness.
But when the life of one murdering Nasrani is threatened, you come armed in peace to protect him from the death he deserves.
We come to preserve the peace for both Arab and Nasrani.
Aha! But what if the Nasrani had killed one of his own? What if he had killed another Nasrani? What then? Is he still entitled to your protection?
I don't understand.
You will see. Jib Jamal. Huna. عند رجلي. See for yourself.
My God. Colonel?
Stay where you are, Grant.
Let me, Colonel, please.
Let the Nasrani do as he wishes.
Very well. See to it, Grant.
Oh, my God. It's Colonel Whittaker.
Charles. Oh, no.
This man's son has murdered my people. But you will not say it is murder. Now look at that which lies before you and say, before Allah, this also is not murder.
He's been shot in the head.
By his own son. You may go to Jabal al-Akbar, Colonel. We will not stop you. Go to Jabal al-Akbar and remove your carrion from our land. For the smell is offensive to us. And to Allah himself. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu
Akbar! Grant and Pettigrew. Just a moment, please. It's ringing for you. Good morning, may I help you, sir?
Hello, Betty.
Mr. Grant! I hardly recognised you. You're all brown and healthy looking.
Thank you. Is my uncle in?
Mm-hmm. And he's free, believe it or not.
I'll go straight in then. Surprise him.
Give him a heart attack, I shouldn't wonder. Anyway, welcome home.
Thanks. It's nice to be back. Really.
Good morning, Grant and Pettigrew. I'm in.
Hello, Uncle Henry.
George! How are you, my boy?
Fighting fit, thank you.
I was beginning to wonder whether you were ever coming back.
Frankly, so was I.
The flesh pots of Arabia, eh?
Hardly.
Oh, sit down, sit down.
Thanks.
Yes, Mr. Grant?
Do you think you could rustle up some coffee, Betty?
It's on its way.
Oh, well done. Well, now, young George, let's hear all about it.
There's a lot to tell.
I don't doubt it. I've been trying to follow it in the newspapers, but I can't make head or tail of it. Other than the fact that we appear to have lost a long-standing client.
Colonel Whittaker, you mean?
Yes. There also seems to be some suggestion that he was killed by his own son.
Yes, well, that's what the Emir of Had thought.
And it's not true.
It's not possible. Colonel Whittaker was shot at close range with a British service revolver. David and the two Arabs with him only had rifles.
Who killed him, then? The Emir?
It seems unlikely. The Emir was holding Colonel Whittaker hostage to David's actions. Unless he could talk David into surrendering, he would be abandoned without water out in the desert.
So David refused to surrender, presumably?
Colonel Whittaker never asked him to. In fact, according to David, he wanted to join them in defending the fort.
Then why on earth didn't David accept?
Well, he was very weak by that time, semi-delirious. Anyway, he no longer trusted his father's motives.
So the Colonel committed suicide, is that what you're saying?
That would be my view.
Perhaps. And what about David Whittaker?
He's still in hospital. It'll be some time before he's fully recovered.
Yes, but after that, what will he do?
Well, I should think he'll go back to Sawalha. Now they've got oil at last, there's enough work there to last a lifetime, rebuilding the phallages.
The whattages?
The phallages, they're sort of aqueducts in the desert.
Yes, weren't they the things the Emir of Fawcett kept blowing up?
Yes.
Well, what's to stop him blowing them up again?
International law. And a big international oil company to back it. The Emir won't dare challenge the border again.
Or David Whittaker, I suspect. You know, for a chap who was once on the run from the law, that lad hasn't done at all badly.
I'd say he's done pretty damn well, all things considered.
Yes. So have you, George. So have you. You went away a metaphorical babe in arms and have come back looking like Lawrence of Arabia. Minus the headdress, of course.
I haven't unpacked it yet.
Well, on behalf of Grant and Pettigrew, welcome back to the fold, George.
Thank you, Uncle.
And now, back to business, eh?
Yes, worse luck.
You remember that dangerous driving case you handled for me just before you went traipsing off to desert climbs?
Vaguely. Harvey or Harley or something, was it? Kept wanting to appeal against conviction.
That's the chap. Well, he's got a parking ticket now.
Oh, no, but the man's an idiot, Uncle.
I couldn't agree more, George. But to get you back into the swing of things, it's a good one to cut your teeth on.
I'll cut his ruddy throat.
Oh, steady, George. This is not the tooth and claw stuff of Araby, you know?
That was part 6, the final episode, of The Doomed Oasis by Hammond Innes, adapted for radio by Rene Basilico, and starring Tim Munro as George Grant. Also featuring Bernard Horsfall as Colonel Whittaker, Christopher Garard as David Whittaker, Robert Rietty as Ruffini, Nicholas Courtney as Colonel Goodge, David McAllister as Captain Chuck Berry, Ali Refaie as Yusuf, Adam Hussein as Sergeant Rashid, Mohammed Sultan as the Trucial Oman Scout, Renu Setna as Abdul Zaid, Emir of Had, Robert James as Henry Grant, and Jill Lidstone as Betty. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Produced by John Fawcett Wilson.